games. Indiana won 6 of the 10. They went 7-6 in the regular year, but remember, they had Bruce Brown earlier in the year. They had the healthy Ben Mathurin. They had Buddy Hield also back then to help pitch in.
Totally different team.
When Halliburton was out.
Don't sleep on the Celtics. Everybody knows they won 34 at home, but they won 27 on the road. That was second only to New Orleans Pelicans, who played an extra game. They played 42 road games, so you could make the case. Celtics had the best home record and the best road record.
Big foul call here. Boston had just turned it over. Drew Holiday was trying to pass down the lane, and Siakam grabbed, and I think correctly grabbed Tatum, who was trying to roll, and they called the foul. But it was bang, bang. The pass and the foul. It was nearly a Indiana takeaway, and instead Boston will inbound from the side.
But Carlisle looks like a preacher getting ready for Sunday. He's got his both hands out again.
Here's Tatum, pass down low. Brissett walled off by Turner. Sends it in the corner to Hauser. Sidestep to his left. Three-pointer, another miss by Sam Hauser. Leaking out, Toppin receives the pass in the front court. Now fires to Neesmith, who reverse layups it in, and the Pacers are back within one.
You see, Joe Mazzulla is really upset. Sam Hauser is also a little frustrated. The shot doesn't go. Missed corner jump shots ignite fast breaks.
30-29, Boston has been stuck on 30. Tatum wheeling and connecting from the wing on 1 foot, just wheeled 180 and stroked it. That's 15 for Jason Tatum. It's a 3-point Boston lead. 1:10 left first quarter. Neesmith to Shepard around the top of the arc. McConnell back to the repositioned Shepard on the left. Now they go to Miles Turner. He's got the size advantage against Holiday. Holiday, though, is defending him all the way out to the three-point line, and with 1 to shoot, we've got a double dribble on Miles Turner, who's arguing that he was muscled by Holiday. What a defensive play by the smaller Holiday.
Oh, he's right. Drew got his hand on the ball. Courtney Kirkland missed that. Drew Holiday knocked it out of Miles' hand, so he was okay to dribble again. I don't know if he knew how little time was left on the clock.
It was down to about 2 or 1.
Yeah, I think he was going to get a 24-second violation.
3-point Boston lead, 32-29, 40 seconds to go in the first. Tatum explodes down the lane and gets fouled. Tried to glide a shot, and it did not go, but he'll go to the line with 15 points in the opening quarter and heading to the free throw line as Aaron Neesmith picks up his second personal foul of the game.
Oh, they'd have been better off if that one was on Turner. I thought they could have called it on either defender, but they called it on Aaron Neesmith, who they cannot afford to miss, and Doug McDermott's going to get some early time.
Yeah, McDermott got a look in the fourth quarter in game 2. Rick Carlisle going to throw out the parachutes. With Halliburton out and had Siakam on the bench and Turner as well, as Tatum misses the first of 2. Doug McDermott into the ballgame.
Yeah, Tatum's down to 87% from the free throw line. How about Derek White, 90.9, Holiday, 91.7, another miss.
Missed them both. That one was short.
Porzingis, 93. Excellent free throw shooting.
Indiana down 3. Wheeling. Layup. No. Ball tipped. Ends up in the hands of Turner. He went to dunk it. He kind of missed the dunk. The ball went off the rim up and went through anyway.
You're going to give TJ an assist on that? Ball squirted out of his hands right to Miles Turner.
32-31. Pacers have never led in this first quarter. They're down 1. Boston, with about 2 seconds difference on the shot clock, has 10 seconds left in the opening quarter. They're on their feet here at Gainbridge. Tatum drives down the lane, splits a double, floats it up, back iron, no. Tipped out to McConnell with 1. He runs, he fires half court, and missed it at the buzzer. And we got a 1-point game after 1. Nice job by the Pacers to hang in, Boston leading.
Testy, we thought they needed a good first quarter. They got exactly that. Really gutty job by the Pacers in quarter number 1.
Pacers had a 2-point lead in the first quarter in game 2. They are down 1 here. No three-pointers for Indiana. 0 for 3 did all their damage in the paint. Boston had 5 triples in the opener. Boston 32, Indiana 31. Second quarter next. This is the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Oh, like we did a good job.
The official online store of the NBA and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NBA fan gear with unique designs by Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team, plus one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Brakes? We can save you 15% on that. We have OE quality Duralast brake pads and rotors in stock, ready for pickup or delivery. We also have calipers, brake fluid, tools, and anything else you'll need to do the job right. When you get Duralast pads and rotors together, you'll save 15%. It's just part of what makes us America's #1 brakes destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. If you have open roles, chances are you're feeling this too. That's why you need Robert Half. Our specialized recruiting professionals engage with our proprietary AI to connect businesses of all sizes with highly skilled talent in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
Kevin Winter with Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Jason Tatum, 15 points for Boston in the opening quarter. They lead by 1 thanks to Indy scoring 26 points in the paint. I know where Coach is going. Marquez is here. Back to you, George Sedano, with the coach, PJ Colissimo.
Get PJ's thoughts, Kevin, in a moment. First down to George Sedano.
Guys, I was down in the Pacers huddle, and Rick Carlisle drew up a play, then erased the play, and looked at the guys as he circled the basket on his board, on his whiteboard, and said, "This is where we need to live, guys. Don't settle just for the outside shot. We got to live in the paint where they have a big advantage at the moment, Kesty."
PJ, 26 paint points. They do not have a three-pointer, and good job by T.J. McConnell off the bench.
Yeah, T.J. McConnell was excellent. He's got all 6 bench points, but it's 6-2 in favor of Pacers. We're used to that. They did a great job. No offensive rebounds for the Celtics. Only 1 turnover for the Pacers.
There's Miles Turner, first shot of the second quarter, high off the glass on a roll to the basket, and Indiana has its first lead of Game 3, 33-32.
Nice assist, I believe, from Mr. McConnell also.
Boston got 15 in the first quarter from Jason Tatum, who's on the bench to start the second. A three-pointer missed on the outside by Derek White. McConnell pushing the pace into the front court, right to left. Now cuts down the lane against Brown. Puts up a floater off target. Oh, but 2 Celtics were there, and Derek White kicked it out of bounds with Drew Holiday right in front of him. Neither committed to the ball. Turnover Boston.
And my apologies, Doug McDermott got that assist to Miles Turner.
McConnell will inbound. He's got McDermott, Toppin, and Turner, and Shepard. He goes over the top to Miles Turner. Opening minute, second quarter. Ball in the hands of T.J. McConnell.
There's the zone again.
And he takes it to the right wing against that zone. Now cuts to the left, and behind the screen, we got a whistle. Off ball against Boston. What do we get?
I think he's got Sam Hauser holding Obi.
Number 1 on Sam Hauser.
Was it on Sam?
It was.
It looked like Obi was going to go to the basket, and Sam kind of put his hands on him.
Early team foul against the Celts here in the first minute. Doug McDermott will trigger from the right sideline into Miles Turner, who went out early with lower back issues but came back strong. Now the pass to Shepard. Stops on a dime. The rookie turns at his shot, blocked by Derek White. And it's 2 for White, who has it on the right wing. Dribbles into the lane in traffic. Flipped it up with the left hand. Got fouled. It nearly fell. There's no good, and Derek White will shoot 2 free throws as Ben Shepard is tagged with the personal foul.
Rookies always get caught, but he did reach in. But I liked his move on the other end. He beat his own defender with a nice pump fake, and then when he went up, he didn't account for Derek White. Derek White or Drew Holiday, when you beat your own man, you better be aware where either of those guys are, because one of them, Derek White, is excellent shot blocker. The other one, Drew Holiday, is excellent getting steals. They are just an excellent defensive backcourt.
As White hits the first free throw, when you write the story of this Celtics rebuild under Brad Stevens, acquiring Derek White at the trade deadline the year before last and acquiring Drew Holiday in this past offseason. Two of the best on-ball perimeter defensive guards in the league.
How about the guy he got to protect the rim, who we kind of forgot about because he hasn't played?
That's right.
Unbelievable additions by another miss. That's a 90% free thrower.
Yeah, that thing pinballed out, so splitting the pair was Derek White. We're tied at 33. Toppin has it for the Pacers. To our left, handoff McDermott, out beyond the arc. Now a pass inside for Turner. Beats his man Brissett and jams it home. Brissett went for the steal, gambled and lost.
Yeah, O'Shea thought he could get it. He went for it. He ended up in the dotted line area, and no one to cover Miles.
Who's 6 for 7 for 12 points. Poked away from Holiday, got it back, flipped the shot short. Then Shepard's got it, dribbling into the front court. 3-on-2. Shepard against Brown. Peels to his right, gets it to Nembhard, who's in the game. Andrew will send it up top, and here we go. Gets it back. Nembhard lost it off his leg momentarily. Now dribbles against the taller Brown to the top of the three-point line. Takes him to the free throw line. Lost it again, but got fouled on his way down. And in the act of shooting, apparently had to gather, according to Courtney Kirkland. And a foul against Brissett. That'll be his second.
I like the aggressiveness of Ben Shepard, and Andrew Nembhard's always aggressive, but they're just, they're not, it's not even entering their minds. Tyrese Halliburton's not here. They're playing the way they would normally play. The ball's popping from player to player. They're putting it on the floor, and if they get a three, they'll take it. But as George Sedano told us, Rick Carlisle said, hey, the way we're doing in the paint, they've got 30 paint points, Kesty, already. That's after giving up 112 in the first two games.
Nembhard hits the free throws, 4-point Indiana lead. You would think mathematically just taking it to the paint eventually could be losing math if Boston hits threes, but they have not hit threes so far in this quarter. They're now 5 for 12.
They started out hitting threes. They've cooled off considerably.
Horford with it up high, looking to pass, goes to the top to Derek White, bodied by Nembhard, and a quick foul called by official John Goebel out on the perimeter, and that is 2 on Nembhard.
I got them 5 for 7. They started. So they missed their last 5, and I'm not so sure they didn't miss number 6 in there also, but they did. They were 5 for 7 at one of the early timeouts.
Boston will inbound, trailing by 4 over the top. Well defended by Shepard, who knocks it out of bounds, intended for Drew Holiday. The Indiana Pacers with a 6-1 start to this second quarter. Here's the inbound to Brown. Jaylen Brown, 4 points after 40 the other night. Takes McDermott, crosses right, crosses left, into the lane, went up to shoot it, and a foul against McDermott, who used a piece of the body to get into the rib cage of Jaylen Brown, who was trying to get a shot off that went nowhere, but Jaylen will shoot a pair now. Crowd watching the Humongotron above us. I don't know. McDermott kind of went up. I don't know if they called it before. He did have a little grab of the jersey, too, that we're seeing on the replay here. So Jaylen Brown will shoot a pair. First foul on McDermott, and another free throw miss by the Celtics, who've missed 4 here so far tonight, while Indiana's a perfect 7 of 7 at the line.
Yeah, and that's opposite. Usually Celtics shoot it at 80%. Indiana is number 15 of the 16 playoff teams. They've struggled from the free throw line.
Brown connects on the second, splitting. Indiana 37, Boston 34. Pacers with the lead and the ball. Andrew Nembhard works out on the right wing, terminates the dribble, looking to pass. Siakam comes to him. Pascal dribbles inside the arc, stops, has a 20-footer lined up, and connects as the Pacers take a 5-point lead.
Again, Kesty, he doesn't shoot that games 1 or game 2. He passes it, but he knows he's got to do more tonight, so he's being more aggressive.
13 points for Siakam. 9:15 to go. Brown gets deep, 2 long steps, missed the layup as he chucked it at the rim. Nembhard, 2 on 3, will peel to the right, now cuts to the high post, still keeps a tight dribble at the top against Derek White. Left hand to right hand, now stops. Fires to Shepard on the right wing, 10 to shoot, 9 minutes to go in the half. Siakam has it, directing traffic. Dribbles near the tip of the key. Now looks to make his move, and we've got an offensive foul. It's going to go against Indiana. They get Miles Turner on that one. They did. Miles Turner picks up his first off ball at 8:56 to go here in the second.
Carlisle's not happy at all. That was not a typical Indiana possession, though. There was a lot of dribbling in that possession, not a lot of passing.
Got to look at the replay. It was a bump foul. Jaylen Brown just went careening off of Miles Turner, maybe accentuated it a bit, but there was definitely contact there. Jason Tatum into the ball game, had 15 in the first quarter. Met by Aaron Nesmith. Defended him well in the series so far. Pass on top from Tatum to Horford. Topside three goes down. Al Horford with Boston's first three in a while.
The venerable Mr. Horford. Yeah, 5 straight misses from downtown.
And Horford, who struggled in the series, has a couple. Here's Nembhard driving, layup off the window and in.
Derek White might have got a piece of that, but just knocked it in off the backboard.
41-37 Indiana. Offense looking much more smooth here in the second. Here's Brown driving, gets around Siakam, puts it up, missed it, rebound tipped, and this time goes off of Brown. Fortunately, there were 2 Pacers there. Looked like they were going to knock it out, but Brown was wrong place, wrong time. It'll be Indiana ball.
A lot of contact. Jaylen Brown ended up on his back, but again, Jaylen Brown seeks contact when he goes to the rim, so a little bit of contact is not actually going to deter him usually.
8:15 on the clock, second quarter, 41-37 Pacers. Down 2-0 in the series, unbeaten here in the postseason at home.
There's that zone again, I think. He's going to it a little more than normal, Kesty.
Boston with a zone look, and Siakam's going to drive and kicks to the top. Turner's going to range for 3. Oh, it nearly went down on the foul. He would have had a chance for 4 there. Turner a little hobbled, going to tie that right shoelace and have a chance with 3 free throws coming.
That Derek White is standing there with kind of holding on to the front of his pants and looking down at the floor like saying, man, I don't know if I did, what he did. He got his right foot under the right foot of Miles Turner. Lucky Miles Turner didn't hurt himself. He got into his landing area. I guess they'll look at that. Anytime you get in the landing area, they take a look at it.
They will take a look. Mark Davis at a potential flagrant foul on the closeout at 7:59 to go here in this second quarter. You mentioned very athletic Miles Turner to avoid worse injury to kind of skip out of that,
but he
and hobble his way.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring it heading to the bench. This could get upgraded. It's not really not a heck of a lot of contact, but no question Miles Turner landed his right foot on top of Derek White's right foot.
Mark Kestisher, PJ Carlissimo, George Sedano with you in Indianapolis. Tyrese Halliburton not able to answer the bell tonight with the hamstring soreness, a left hamstring that severely impacted him at the midpoint of the season. Pacers trailed by 1 at the end of the first quarter. They got a 4-point lead right now, 41-37. Miles Turner is sitting on 3 free throws, but we're also waiting on a potential of a flagrant foul in the landing zone with Derek White, so we'll keep an ear on that as the Pacers have gone to the paint early and often. That's been their number. It was remarkable, PJ. They only had 34 paint points in the entirety of Game 2. They have 32, and we're only 4 minutes into this second quarter.
Yeah, there's no question that Rick Carlisle had to tell them about that early, and they are really taking it to Boston inside. Not only are they getting the paint points, which is impressive enough, Kesty, but they're 7 for 7. You mentioned how well they're shooting free throws. How about the fact that they've got 7 attempts already? Yeah. This is a team that Game 2, they got 16, which was great after they got 10 only in Game 1, and that was having, 3 at the end of regulation.
That's right. In the replay center tonight in Secaucus is James Williams. And right now we've got Mark Davis and Courtney Kirkland with the headsets on at the table. They're taking a long frame-by-frame look. I mean, Miles Turner did jump, took the shot, and landed over the three-point line. But, that happens every time you're closing out as a defender. The offensive player's moving forward, so it's going to be very subjective call.
If it's not a flagrant, Mark Davis will explain that. We'll say that he came forward. But I could see this being called a flagrant.
Now, this is a very, very long look here tonight with 3 free throws pending and the Indiana Pacers with a 41-37 lead. And it's like Mark has come up with an answer for us.
Upon review, it has been determined that Derek White's closeout was reckless with the potential for injury. Therefore, they'll be given a flagrant foul penalty 1. There'll be 3 free throws, and the ball will be taken out on the side. We took the shot back to 24.
So flagrant one on Derek White. It was tight. Could have went either
I don't
way.
like the verbiage that Mark used. I mean, he's a Naval Academy grad, so he knows exactly what he's saying. But I didn't think it was reckless. It was unfortunate. But no question that Miles came down on him. And big break. That's 2 fouls on Derek White and 3 free throws now for Miles Turner.
First one is good for Turner, 77% free throw shooter, longest tenured pacer on this roster.
First time in the Eastern Conference Finals in his 9-year career. Miles is going to wait till I get more shots.
So he's going to have 3 total.
I don't know what they were arguing about. I think Miles was thinking maybe that was the flagrant and somebody else could shoot it. He's going to shoot 3. None of them understand. None of them understand what's going on. He's got this one, and they're going to get the ball out of bounds.
Turner, who averaged 17 points, 7 rebounds during the regular year, hits all 3 free throws. 36% from 3 during the regular year. He is 3rd in the NBA at over 47% from distance here in the postseason. So 3 free throws and possession.
Shows the potential to be a big number here on this possession.
44-37 and a turnover as Turner tried to find Toppin. Misfire down the other end. Brown stops outside Tatum. First shot of the second quarter goes down for Tatum for a 3. Straight on. 18 for Jason Tatum.
Yeah, the crowd wanted to travel on Jaylen Brown before he kicked it back out.
Celtics down 4, 44-40. Obi Toppin, baseline left. They work it outside. Neesmith dribbles inside, takes the jumper and knocks it home. Miles Turner went down in the middle of that possession, and he looks a little hobbled as
he's limping for sure.
Comes into the front court as Horford missed the shot. Turner went up for it, didn't look good either there. Here they come the other way. McConnell to Nimhard, deep against 2 Celtics, puts it off the window and in. And a timeout called by Joe Mazzulla, Indiana by 8.
And Isaiah Jackson's at the scorer's table. I believe Rick Carlisle's going to get Miles Turner out, or at the very least, Josh Corbeil, the trainer, will take a look at him. Rick Carlisle's in an animated discussion with Mark Davis.
Miles Turner, they're going to try to massage him best they can. He's 6 of 7 from the field. Those 3 free throws and 15 points. And with 7:07 to go first half, Indiana 48, Boston 40. Timeout from Indianapolis. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
If you have experience working with young people, there are many who need your experience. Become a youth development specialist where you'll supervise and support young people in detention. It's challenging and rewarding. It's a union job with a $51,000 starting salary. It's using your life experience to make a positive impact on the lives of young New Yorkers. NYC residency not required. Apply to become a youth development specialist today at nyc.gov/YDS.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower, did a wonderful, phenomenal job. Customized just as we wanted, only one expert installer. Process was so easy, so simple, no demo, no mess, and Bathfitter is a high-quality, permanent solution with a lifetime guarantee. Now, 3+ million happy customers just like me and my wife, and for a limited time, you get 0% interest or save $500 on a complete Bathfitter system. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitterdesign.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles. Rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Any business that wants to get to the top and stay there requires a dedicated team to implement a winning game plan. EisnerAmper's seasoned professionals provide business advisory and consulting services such as audit, accounting, tax, HR, outsourcing, and more. EisnerAmper business advisors help clients transform their companies, build capital, innovate processes, and mitigate risk. Whether you're in the first quarter or the fourth quarter, for industry-specific strategies that meet your needs, make EisnerAmper part of the solution. Visit EisnerAmper.com/solution.
Ranger studio. I'm Kevin Winter with Game 3 of these Eastern Conference Finals. No Tyrese Halliburton for Rick Carlisle. How do you respond?
It's a big loss, but we've won some games without him during the year. It's not an easy thing to do. We're going to have to be really good in the possession statistics. We're going to have to do better with turnovers, which we haven't done well the first two games, and we're going to have to rebound the ball well. And we're going to have to be physical without the fouls. And so, the big foul discrepancy, is something we got to find a way to overcome as well.
All right, so the fouls are 9 apiece, but the turnovers are down to just 3 for Indiana. By the way, Mark Kessler, sure they're shooting 63% from the floor. That helps, too. Back to you and PJ and George.
That does, and conversely, Kevin and PJ, Boston was 7 of 9 to open. They've missed 12 of their last 19 shots.
Yeah, they were 78% early, and they've gone cold since then. More impressively, 8-0 paint points this quarter after laying 26 on them in the first quarter, and Boston yet to score in the paint in the second quarter.
Celtics only 8 points in the second quarter. We're the 7-minute mark to go before halftime, down 8, Boston with it. Derek White over the top to Tatum, makes the catch in the mid-post and defended by the smaller Nimhard. Spins on him, gets inside, layup missed. Rebounded by Isaiah Jackson. Boston's cold snap continues. Nimhard driving into the lane, intended for Jackson, knocked away by Horford. Horford had implored them in the last break to be better defending in the paint, and down on the other end, Jaylen Brown stuffs it with 2 hands.
His textbook defense leads to offense.
48-42, Celtics back within 6. 6:20 left in the first half as Nimhard has it on top. Going to bump Pritchard with the left shoulder, drives, had nowhere to go, and as he was coming down, somehow bounced it into the corner to McConnell. I don't know how he saved it. 5 to shoot, McConnell into the lane, under the basket, outside Nimhard. Quick catch and shoot 3. It's good for Andrew Nimhard.
Well, we said textbook Boston. That was textbook Indiana, inside out for a 3-pointer.
That is their first triple of Game 3. 51-42. Indiana, biggest lead, up 9.
That is shocking. They've got 51 points with 1-3.
Amazing. And Tyrese Halliburton on the bench for Game 3, and maybe longer. 5:40 to go in the half. Brown driving, beats Toppin, and gets right to the bucket for the basket. Jaylen Brown only 9 points in the first half, but has Boston within 7. Here's McConnell, speeds, puts up a tough shot on the baseline, and it goes down. He wanted a foul, too, didn't get it. 53-44, 9-point Indiana lead restored. Tatum from the left into the lane, not looking to shoot. Outside Horford, raises for 3, missed it. Slapped around, Nimhard has it. Bounce ahead to McConnell. Further ahead, Toppin. He'll lift from 15. And he'll connect. Indiana putting on a shooting clinic here in Game 3 without their all-star Halliburton. They've got an 11-point lead on Boston. 5:08 to go in the second.
Well, Boston finally got 4 paint points on those breakaway by Jaylen Brown and then going into the basket. But their defense has been really porous, and T.J. McConnell is living in the blue paint that the Boston Celtics are supposed to be patrolling.
5:08 to go, first half. Renewed enthusiasm here in Indianapolis. 55-44, Pacers lead the Celtics. This is the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
With T-Mobile, you can get tons of benefits and still save, because nobody likes having to choose. It's like getting romance and sci-fi.
I love you. Also, I'm a robot.
At T-Mobile, you can get the benefits you want and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com/switch. Plus, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800.
Via virtual prepaid card in 15 days. Qualifying unlocked device, credit, service, and timely redemption required. Card has no cash access and expires in 6 months. See T-Mobile.com.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hey, are you having a hard time dealing with high-interest credit card debt? It's normal, and a SoFi personal loan could help you save thousands by consolidating your DEBT to one low fixed monthly payment. You could get $5,000 to $100,000 as soon as the same day you sign, with no fees required. It only takes 60 seconds to view your rate, and it won't affect your credit score. View your rate at SoFi.com/paid off. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions at SoFi.com/paid off. NMLS 696891.
This is the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Welcome back to Indianapolis. 5:08 to go. First half, game 3. Indiana 55, Boston 44. Mark Kestecher, PJ Carlissimo with you, and let's check in with George Sedano.
Kesty, you had mentioned in the previous huddle before this timeout that Al Horford had employed his team to play better defense. He was pretty animated in that huddle, and he was telling guys, we can't let them live in the paint, okay? What are we doing here? We got to pressure them, okay? We got to make sure that we put pressure on them, let them feel us. And then in this huddle, Sam Cassell walked away from his coach's huddle to tell them, guys, you've got to be able to put force back the other way, one possession at a time. And a lot of conversations, particularly directed at Jason Tatum, both from Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, and even Derek White.
Appreciate it, George. And PJ, 9 for 12 shooting for Indiana in the quarter. And Andrew Nembhard has 9 points here in this quarter.
Andrew Nembhard is really having himself quietly a very, very good game.
Xavier Tillman is in the game for Boston right now. He's going to go backdoor pass. Did not get to Brown. Intercepted by Siakam. Turnover Boston. Nembhard. Great pass to Siakam. Running right down the middle of the lane. Grabs and flushes. Indiana by 13 points at the 4:40 mark before halftime. Holiday into the front court. Boston has struggled on the offensive end here in the quarter. They've been limited to 12 points thus far. Drew Holiday trying to back down, pass out. Nembhard got a hand on it high in the air and tapped by Siakam. Indiana with another steal, and they nearly turned it over. Dangerous pass, McConnell, who has it into the front court, lifts from 12, knocks it home, and the offensive onslaught continues for Indiana. 15-4 run, 59-44 Pacers. 4 minutes to go here in the half. Brown on his feet, chanting defense. They've been getting it so far. Brown penetrates the three-point line against Nembhard, rises, tough shot, good. That'll quiet the crowd momentarily.
Such a good mid-range and paint point person, Jaylen Brown.
59-46 Pacers. 3:45 to go in the half. T.J. McConnell got too deep on the baseline, but able to wrap a pass around to Siakam on the wing. Then to shoot, now Nembhard's turn. Hops back beyond the arc, gives it to McConnell. He's sizing up Brown, drives the baseline, 2 to shoot. McConnell looking at the clock, now ducks under. Just got it off and got it in, like with a tenth of a second to go.
Tyrese Halliburton going crazy on the sideline. Cheering out T.J. McConnell.
61-46 Pacers. 3:15 to go. Without Tyrese Halliburton, they're right at their pace. On pace for 120 here tonight. Here's Brown rising for 3. Missed it. Long rebound. Horford's got it for Boston. Over to Tatum. Reload 3. Missed that one. And rebounded by Turner. So Boston's been taking it into the lane, and Boston been settling for threes of late. Here's Nembhard at the top. Had a screen, didn't take the shot. Goes to McConnell. Step shot for 3, missed it. Rebound contested and knocked out of bounds by Boston. It'll be Indiana ball. 4 Pacer players in double figures, PJ, so far here tonight.
Well,
Siakam, Turner, Nembhard, McConnell.
It had to be collective. It wasn't a question of some one person replacing Tyrese Halliburton. They're doing it by committee, and boy, are they doing a good job. Siakam and Turner both have 15. You mentioned Nembhard cooking with 13. T.J. McConnell, 12 off the bench.
He just checked out with 12, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. Inbound, Nembhard drains the 3 from the right off the pass, the second 3 for Indiana, and they've got an 18-point lead, folks. 64-46 Pacers. 2.5 to go, second quarter. Horford a 3, rolls off, settling for 3. Rebound, Indiana. Down floor, Ben Shepherd, pass is intercepted by Horford. Down the other end, Tatum couldn't hang on, but Brown in the right spot has it. Jaylen Brown on the right against Siakam. Takes him into the lane, spins, walled off nicely. Outside to Holiday for three, and he splashes one home.
Well, it's fitting that he gets it because his deflection caused that pass. Ben Shepherd was going to get a breakaway layup. Drew Holiday got a hand on it, and ultimately it comes back to him.
Celtics within 15. Nembhard fadeaway baseline shot is a miss. Ben Shepherd, the rookie, got a hand in and got the offensive rebound. Out to Turner for three. It's a miss. And Tatum has the rebound. Boston brings it front court with 1:40 to go. Tatum gets around Neesmith into the lane. Finds Holiday in the corner right. Holiday driving on the much bigger Turner. Now backs off. Gets a three off. Missed it short. And a rebound comes out to Indiana.
Only thing Indiana's not doing well is shooting threes well. They're 2 for 7. Keep going to the paint.
Siakam was headed that direction. Pass it out to Nembhard, who now drives. Gets by Holiday. Layup's good. What a game three for Nembhard. Andrew Nembhard tonight. 7 of 9 for 18 first half points.
Joe Mazzulla's encouraging his guys, get the ball up the floor.
17-point Pacer lead. A drive to the baseline and a pass to Tatum. Now out to a wide-open Brown for three, and he splashes that one home with a minute to go in the half. 66-52. Indiana still by 14. But can they slow the Pacers' offense? Here's Siakam against Tillman. Spins in the lane, missed the layup. Tillman gets the rebound. 49 seconds to go in the half. Brown quickly into the front court, peels to the right, and waits to reset the play.
2 for 1. How many times has Joe Mazzulla told us about finishing the quarter?
38 seconds to go in the quarter. Brown driving the high post, finds Tatum on the left. Inside the arc, steps back, finds an open Horford for three. Got it! Al Horford with his 4th triple of Game 3.
And the Celtics' 5th of the 8 field goals they have in this quarter. There's a steal.
Holiday with the steal. Took it away from Nembhard. Finds Tatum on the cut. Lays it in. A late Boston run here with 22 seconds to go in the half. They are down 9.
Foul to give. If they choose.
PJ, they cut the lead from 18 to 9 here as Indiana works with the shot clock off.
As Joe Mazzulla talks about finishing the quarter.
Nembhard, there's the foul to use.
Well, he might have been gathered. Courtney Kirkland's going to make him take it out on the side, but boy, Tillman. That was close to a shot.
Yep, and not played a lot down the stretch here. He commits the foul. He'll come out. As Derek White checks in, Indiana will make a move too. Doug McDermott coming in. I think for Nembhard, we'll see. No, it's going to be
Pascal. He doesn't want him to get a foul. He's got 2 personals. Doesn't want him to get the 3rd.
Boston has not allowed 42 paint points in any half this season. Indiana has 42 paint points so far in the half. Nembhard to inbound, 7 seconds to go into McDermott. Back to Nembhard. A long three is good. He's checking it from 30 feet away. What a half for Nembhard with 21. 3 seconds to go in the half. Inbound Holiday. Long three on its way short. And the Pacers, without All-Star Tyrese Halliburton, just put 69 on the board in the opening half against Boston.
The fans are jacked, but I'm telling you what, they should stand for 5 minutes and give them a 5-minute standing ovation for how well the Indiana Pacers just played for 24 minutes.
Andrew Nembhard, remember Game 3 in the last series, down 2 games to none. Hit the game-winning go-ahead three-pointer with 16 seconds to go. He just authored a 21-point first half, and the Pacers lead at the break. 69-57 over the Celtics, who trail at halftime for the first time this postseason.
You know, my math's not good, Kesty. I'm thinking that's a 17-point second quarter for Andrew Nembhard. I'm not mistaken, he had 4 at the end of the first quarter.
Well, I could find that for you. Nembhard had 4 at the end of the first quarter. 17 of his 21 in the second. 4 to math. It's always good. End of the half. Indiana 69, Boston 57. Let's get some Hofstra math. Let's send it to Kevin Winter in the studio with the AutoZone halftime report.
I'm not going to say a darn thing. AutoZone, get deals to start your summer right now at AutoZone with the Memorial Day sale. Save on brakes, wash, and wax, and more. This weekend only. Get in the zone at AutoZone. So let's get this straight. Tonight we had an 18-point second quarter lead. The lead at the half is 12. Last night, the Minnesota Timberwolves had an 18-point second quarter lead at home. Their halftime lead was 12. Dallas won that game. Don't go anywhere. That's all I'm telling you. Coming up next on the AutoZone halftime report, we look back at last night. We look ahead to Game 3 in the Western Conference Finals tomorrow. How did the Dallas Mavericks go from missing the playoffs a year ago to 2 wins from the NBA Finals? We find out next. At the half here in Game 3 in the East, it is Indiana 69-57 over Boston. This is the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app.
The NBA app is everyone's app. Every fan of every team.
Oh, my goodness.
Everyone who follows LeBron, Tatum, and Embiid in the app. Every warrior who's ready to go to battle over three-point percentages. Every streetwear king who's here for the tunnel fit. Every young buck, nugget, and grizzly who wants to take a peek behind the scenes of the league. And everyone else on this floating basketball we call Earth. Download the NBA app today. Available in the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
We're David and Greg Figueroa, founders of Melinda's Hot Sauce. Customers say we've ruined all other hot sauces for them. So, we're sorry for rocking your world. We're sorry we craft hot sauces from fresh, hot, flavorful ingredients, while other brands just use dried spice dust and vinegar. So a moment of silence. Set your mouth on flavor with Melinda's Hot Sauces. Find them at your local retailer or online at melindas.com. That's MELINDAS.com.
Our negative thoughts can stick with us, so we all have something to get off our chest. Therapy is a safe space to share whatever's weighing you down, so you can get some relief and find a solution. BetterHelp offers professional, affordable online therapy on a flexible schedule. Start the process in minutes and switch therapists anytime. Let it out with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/score today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/score.
Progressive knows when you own a boat, life on land is a tough sell.
Come on down to Land. It's the place where you get to do so much waiting. You can wait in traffic, drive-thrus. You can even wait at the doctor's in a room specifically made for waiting. It's Land, baby. Come and sit patiently for a while, then wait even longer. It's Land.
Life on a boat is way more relaxing, and it's even more relaxing when you protect your boat with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, #1 rating based on 2022 boat market share data from ratefilings.com. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Kevin Richard with you inside our Granger studio. 38-25 advantage for the Pacers in that second quarter. They have a 12-point halftime lead, 69-57 in a must-win Game 3 without Tyrese Halliburton. Give you the first half highlights coming up. Meanwhile, last night, in case you missed it, if you did, I don't know where the heck you been.
2-point lead in the ball. Anthony Edwards on the right sideline. Edwards on Lively. Edwards pump faking. Stepping it around and throwing away. He couldn't get a shot off Lively. He wanted Naz Reid left sideline. He turns it over, and Dallas takes time with the ball with 12.8 left. Luka's got Gobert in a switch. Remember, he's got 5 fouls. Luka at 5. Step back 3 for the lead. He got it with 3 seconds left. And Minnesota takes time.
And Dallas wins Game 2, 109-108. They take both in the West on the road, and they return home 2 wins in the finals. Chuck Cooperstein, the radio voice of the Mavs on 97.1 The Eagle. He joined Primetime this afternoon on ESPN Radio with Courtney Cronin and Gabe Neitzel to talk about how Dallas went from missing the playoffs a year ago to being up 2-0 in the Western Conference Finals.
Luka and Kyrie were fine together. There were some wonky moments maybe early. There was a game against Minnesota. Actually, there was the second game that they had played together. It got to the end of the game. It was I have it, you take it, played back and forth with it. They never got a shot away. But when they were on the floor together, they were a positive. The supporting cast just wasn't good enough. And for a lot of this season, the supporting cast was okay, but generally speaking, not good enough, and especially on the defensive end. And it really all traces to February 8th and the trade deadline and bringing in Daniel Gafford, bringing in P.J. Washington. That allowed Derek Lively to go to the bench where he could be a little more aggressive than he might otherwise be. And again, it's the old story of it really doesn't matter who starts, but who finishes. And Lively actually has been the one who's been doing the finishing at the 5 spot. And they've turned into a defensive terror. Now, it is pretty shocking when you think that they made the trade and they lost 5 out of 6. And they allowed 129 points a game in those 6 games. And teams were shooting 54%. And you wondered if it would ever kick in. And then the next game, they're playing Miami at home. And they're down 15 in the first quarter. They're getting booed. And then the light went on. And they've been this team. ever since.
Chuck Cooperstein on 97.1 The Eagle. He is the radio voice of the Dallas Mavericks. He joined Primetime on ESPN Radio. Game 3, Mavericks and the Timberwolves. Coverage away from American Airlines Center tomorrow night on ESPN Radio. Coverage starts 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Up next on the AutoZone Halftime Report, how the Pacers built a 12-point halftime lead tonight. You're listening to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio.
Have you overcome some challenges in your life? Use your life experience to supervise and support young people in detention. Become a youth development specialist. It's a union job with a $51,000 starting salary, and you'll be making a positive impact on the lives of young New Yorkers. NYC residency not required. Apply to become a youth development specialist today at nyc.gov/YDS. That's nyc.gov/YDS.
At Garden City Mazda, discover more about what moves you.
Don't miss deals all month long during our customer appreciation event.
Our inventory of new and Mazda certified pre-owned vehicles is unmatched in New York.
The new 2024 Mazda lineup features sleek lines, confident handling, spacious interiors, and the latest innovation.
Garden City Mazda, exhilaration at every turn, exceptional in every way.
Looking for the ideal venue where you can motivate and inspire your team? Gather your staff at Crystal Springs Resort, the ultimate retreat located in scenic northwestern New Jersey and just 1 hour from Manhattan. Experience engaging team dinners, unique meeting spaces, and team building such as goat yoga, pickleball, and wine tasting. Crystal Springs Resort features 2 stylish hotels, pool complexes, 6 golf courses, and 2 spas, all surrounded by stunning mountain vistas. Learn more about extraordinary group gatherings at thecrystalspringsresort.com.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles. Rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. 1 day, 1 meal, and 1 New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good.
I'm a New Yorker. I want to contribute to public safety.
I want a 6-figure salary.
I want to get paid after I retire.
I want to take my kids on vacation.
New York City Department of Correction Officer jobs are available now for strong, brave, bold New Yorkers with problem-solving and communication skills. Most earn more than $85,000 in their first year. Register today. Search the words City Exams on your phone, click, then scroll to Correction Officer.
Want to serve with a purpose? Take the test. Join, discover New York City Corrections. Take the test.
Last call. Hi, New York. This is Michelle Scalisi from Security Dodge. Come get a last call. And right now, you can take up to 10,000 off MSRP on our like new Chargers and Challengers. Plus, they have a huge selection of Scat Packs, Swingers, Shakedowns, Demons, King Daytonas, Hellcats, TRXs. Do you want to roar? Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during our Memorial Day sales event.
This is the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Kevin Richard with you inside our Granger studio on the AutoZone Halftime Report. Boston at one point actually led by 9.
Bounce ahead to McConnell. Further ahead, Toppin. He'll look from 15. That'll connect. Indiana putting on a shooting clinic here in Game 3 without their all-star Halliburton. They've got an 11-point lead on Boston. 5:08 to go in the second.
The lead would balloon to 18. Andrew Demhart had 21. It's 12 at the break. 69-57. Second half in Game 3 is next. This is the Eastern Conference Finals.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
So what if I need a new one? We have the right Duralast battery for you, only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips.
Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them. With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise. No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures. It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Whether it's baseball season, basketball playoffs, or hockey playoffs, experience it live this spring with Vivid Seats. With one of the most reliable rewards programs in the business, Vivid Seats makes it easy to score great deals on great seats with a 100% buyer guarantee. Plus, with Vivid Seats rewards, you can earn with every ticket purchase, including surprise seat upgrades, birthday discounts, free tickets, and more. Just visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
That'll do it for us on the AutoZone halftime report. Andrew Nemhard scored or assisted on 23 of the Pacers' 38 points in that second quarter. Boston had 25. No Tyrese Halliburton, no problem. 12-point Pacer lead. Stop the second half at Gainbridge Fieldhouse with George Sedano and PJ Calissimo. Here's Mark Kestisher.
Kevin, we mentioned who had to step up for Halliburton. Siakam, Turner, McConnell off the bench. They did, but we did not account for a 21-point first half for Andrew Nemhard. It's already his playoff career high.
Just did a little name change. The local courthouse is now called Andrew Tyrese Nemhard.
That was quite an impression. He went for 17 second quarter points, 6 of 7. That long 30, they officially said 31 feet on the 3 for 3 on threes, including that one at the end.
Yeah, that fortunately tacked it on because it was a 11-2 run that Boston had going. And fortunately, that kind of stemmed the tide a little bit. It ended up still 11-5 run. That's the only good news for Boston. Paint points 42-18, field goal percentage 64-50. Indiana, bench points 14-2. Indiana. They did a great job taking care of the defensive glass. Only one offensive rebound. The one negative, Kesty, one turnover in the first quarter for no points. Indiana in the second quarter, 4 turnovers for 11 points. That'll get Boston back in it.
George Sedano, Andrew Nemhard, a former second-round pick a couple of years ago, coming up huge.
Yeah, leading scorer today, 21 points, 8 of 10 from the field. But check this out, against Boston's 3 best perimeter defenders. He was 7 for 7, 2 for 2 versus Derek White, 3 for 3 versus Drew Holiday, and 2 for 2 versus Jaylen Brown, Kesty.
And George and PJ, he's been a much better first-half shooter in the playoffs. Or second-half shooter. First half is not when he's done his damage. But his career high, by the way, if you're wondering, was 31. That was in his rookie year against the Golden State Warriors out in the Bay Area back in December of 22. What a half for Nemhard. Now, PJ, if you're the Celtics, you had a chance, I'm sure Joe Mazzulla grilled them a bit, trying to keep the Pacers from crushing them in the paint.
Yeah, no question. They got to stay in front of their opponent offensively.
First attack is Indiana, and Siakam from the tip of the circle right over Horford, knocking it home. They're already at 71 points.
Well, exactly what we said about how important it was to have a good first quarter. It's twice as important now for them to have a good third quarter.
17 for Pascal Siakam, 71-57. Indiana, first offensive attack for the Celtics. Derek White, right side to Holiday, ball overhead, looking for Horford, gets it into the mid-post. He's doubled. He'll send it on top to White with 2 to shoot, lifts for 3, missed it. High rebound controlled by Indiana.
Not a lot of ball movement. We said Indiana needs to have a big quarter right here.
Siakam catch and shoot corner 3, missed the target, and Jason Tatum has the rebound.
Still the missing element, unbelievably so for the best three-point shooting team in the NBA. They're not shooting the three well yet, Indiana Pacers.
Tatum had 20 and a half, backs off, and a baseline jumper hits the side of the backboard.
Not a good shot.
Indiana brings it up from left to right. Neesmith dribbling out.
2 poor offensive possessions for Boston to start the second half.
Nembhard backs up, doesn't take the 3, passes out. Ben Shepherd, the rookie, on the left wing, on top to Siakam, into the lane, Turner, a little one-legged jumper, softly goes home from 15 feet away.
A la Dirk.
Indiana's got the first 4 points of the third quarter. The lead is 73-57. The Pacers led by as many as 18 in the second quarter, and now a pass to Brown, who's fouled by Siakam as he looked to make his way in from the perimeter. That's 3 on Pascal.
Yeah, that's a little, that's concerning. You saw Rick Carlisle get him out in that last defensive possession of the first half for just that reason, to keep him away from 3, but he got it nonetheless pretty quickly here in the third.
Jaylen Brown will inbound. Brown 14 first half points after his 40-point explosion the other night. Gives it to White against Shepherd. Stays in front of him nicely. White terminates the dribble. 3 to shoot. Now leans in off the window. Pops out. Tatum offensive rebound and sticks it in.
Tatum beat Neesmith to that rebound. That was really good defense by Ben Shepherd.
2 minutes into the third quarter, Celtics back within 14. Nembhard coming across the Siakam screen, now drives down the lane, finds Turner rolling with a 2-hand stuff. Well played, 3-man basketball that time by Indiana.
Joe Mazzulla is not thrilled with what he's seen from his team since they came out of the locker room.
46 paint points for the Pacers so far tonight. Here's Brown on the perimeter. Does not take the 3. Tries to drive on Turner. Gets by him. Left-hand layup's good. Nice job by Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown is so good. Number 7 in playoff paint points. Just under 14 a game.
Here's Nembhard for 3. Missed it short. Got tipped, I should say, by Horford. With a block shot on the perimeter. Down the other end, Holiday looked to step into a 3. Now Sutter step backed up, missed the 3. Long rebound to Neesmith.
That's hard to do when you pass up the shot and then decide to shoot it anyway.
9 minutes to go in the third. 14-point lead Indiana. Aaron Neesmith with it on the perimeter, gives it up to Siakam. Passes right side to Nembhard. Uses the screen, left of the circle, stops, finds Shepherd. Wide open 3. In and out for Ben Shepherd, who has struggled in this series from distance.
The young guy needs to get one to go to get him to settle down with that shot.
Here's White, gets by Turner driving. Shepherd got in the way and commits the foul on the back end. That is number 2 on Ben Shepherd, who is 0 for 7 from three-point land so far in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, and Kesty, he's still, for the playoffs, is shooting .409, 40.9%. That's how good he was in the first series against Milwaukee.
Well, as Derek White shoots free throws, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This is 98.7 ESPN, a Good Karma Brands radio station. WEPN-FM, New York.
Alongside PJ Carlissimo, George Sedano down on the sidelines. I'm Mark Testisher, John Medani, our producer, Al Rosenberg, our engineer, Kevin Winter, and crew back in the studio. Game 3, Indiana looking to get on the board. They're down 2 games to none. They lead Boston 75-62. Derek White hit the first, one more coming, and that's good.
Just to finish on the rookie Shepherd, 9 for 18 against the Bucks. 9 for 20 against the Knicks from 3. But ice cold against Boston.
Earned himself a lot of playing time and got the start tonight. Just his second start of his career, first in the postseason. Nembhard against Tatum. out on the three-point arc. Stops the dribble. Passes Siakam. 5 to shoot. Left post. Good spin on White. And one for Pascal Siakam. Derek White with his third personal of Game 3.
He's walking behind John Goble as John administers the call to the scorer's table. He's got both hands palms up saying, John, what did I do?
Watching the replay, he had kind of that left hand tucked in. Very handsy there.
And that was the signal that John Goble gave to the scorer's table when he administered the foul. He had a hand behind, like touching his back. He must have had a hand on him when he went up.
Pascal Siakam, if he hits this free throw, which he does, 6 straight games with at least 20 points. Here in the postseason, 78-63 Indiana.
You mentioned in the first half, Kevin Pritchard, president of basketball operations, Chad Buchanan, the GM. Excellent addition, Mr. Siakam.
15-point deficit for the Celtics coming up on 8 minutes to go in the third. Jaylen Brown backs off beyond the three. Now he's going to trigger a triple. No good. Rebounded by Nimhard.
Still not where Jaylen Brown really makes his living out at the three-point line.
See if the Pacers take advantage. Ben Shepherd was not looking, wasn't ready, as Miles Turner sent a harmless pass in his direction. Turnover, Indiana. That's 6 now. They were very good for most of the first half. Derek White drives Nimhard, passes back to Horford. He's wide open. He'll take the topside three, and he continues to punish Indiana from that spot.
Testy, you talked about it. 4 turnovers led to 11 points in the second quarter. You can't turn it over against Boston.
Nimhard flies by Derek White. Layup good, and Joe Mazzulla, hops off the bench. The head coach of the Celtics, and calls for timeout.
He doesn't like his defense. Again in the interior, too many paint points, and I venture to say he's not thrilled with their offensive shot selection either.
No, Al Horford's bailed them out with 5 3-pointers tonight after having 3 in the first 2 games. But the lead for the Pacers is 14 as we go to break. 7:29 to go third quarter. Indiana 80, Boston 66. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
If you ever volunteered to coach, mentor, tutor, or just be a positive role model to kids or young people, why not make a career of it? Become a youth development specialist where you will supervise and support young people in detention. It's a union job with a $51,000 starting salary, and you'll be making a positive impact on the lives of young New Yorkers. NYC residency not required. Apply to become a youth development specialist today at nyc.gov/YDS. That is nyc.gov/YDS.
Hey, Michael K. here. Did you know that Crystal Springs Resort, the Northeast's largest golf destination, is only 1 hour from the GW Bridge? You don't have to fly to experience a world-class golf vacation. Discover 6 exceptional courses, including top-rated Valley Owen, the Ledbetter Golf Academy, luxury lodging, extraordinary dining, one of the best wine cellars in North America, award-winning spas, and so much more. Learn more about the perfect golfing stay in the scenic mountains of northern New Jersey at the CrystalSpringsResort.com.
Don LaGreca here to talk about my friends at Bathfitter. They remodeled my mom's bath, did an awesome job. The process was easy. One expert installer, even with the customization she needed for a cast iron tub. It was all done in 1 day with no demo or mess. It's beautiful. It's a high-quality permanent solution. Bathfitter provides a lifetime guarantee. 3 million happy customers like my mom. For a limited time, get 0 interest or save $500 on a complete Bathfitter system. So start designing your bath today at bathfitterdesign.com. There is only one Bathfitter.
I'm a New Yorker. I want to contribute to public safety.
I want a 6-figure salary.
I want to get paid after I retire.
I want to take my kids on vacation.
New York City Department of Correction Officer jobs are available now for strong, brave, bold New Yorkers with problem-solving and communication skills. Most earn more than $85,000 in their first year. Register today. Search the words City Exams on your phone, click, then scroll to Correction Officer.
Serve with a purpose, take the test. Join, discover, New York City Corrections, take the test.
I'm Kevin Winter inside our Granger studio. Game 3, Eastern Conference Finals. Remember the Pacers tonight without Tyrese Halliburton. Adrian Wojnarowski on Countdown.
The Pacers are going to err on the side of caution with this left hamstring injury. And for that reason, you may have seen Tyrese Halliburton for the last time in this series.
Rick Carlisle, meanwhile, telling our crew we'll cross the bridge for Game 4 when it approaches on Monday. Monday is also a day when the Celtics might be expecting Kristaps Porzingis back after his long absence. Mark Chestershire, back to you at Indy.
Yeah, a lot of questions to be answered, Kev, and let's get some answers now from George Sedano.
Kesty, Joe Mazzulla turned off his mic for the TV audience and told his team about how they're playing so poorly on defense, and he's like, guys, we can't just keep losing our man in these situations. You got to keep your head in the game and make sure you're focused on what you're doing on both ends of the floor. And he said, look, no matter what the result is, we got to do the process right.
And Nembhard's been killing them. Meanwhile, Rick Carlisle goes to his bench. Celtics still with their starters. Jaylen Brown lost the dribble. It's loose on the floor, but grabbed up by Horford. Shot clock at 10. Celtics keep 7:15 to go in the third. Here's a pass to Tatum, slings it back to White, gets off a three from the left, another miss. 2 Pacers there to grab the rebound. Jackson has it.
1 for 5 from 3 to start the second half. The C's.
80-66 Indiana. Obi Toppin's going to drive into the lane. Jump bounce pass to McConnell. Outside to Nembhard, launching a three. Missed it off the side rim. Offensive board, Jackson. Out to McConnell with a fresh 14. Indiana just wants it a little bit more tonight so far. Neesmith on the right. They go inside to Toppin, mid-post. Great bounce pass to McConnell, who buries it from 12 feet. Indiana, 6 makes already here in this third quarter.
And that one's off an offensive rebound.
Holiday cut off on the baseline, outside to Horford, touch pass, gets it back, they work it to Brown. 6:20 to go in the third. Jaylen Brown against Nembhard, rises, misses, but an offensive rebound, put back, no good, Horford. Horford got it again, and an offensive foul is going to go against Boston and Al Horford. He knocked down T.J. McConnell on the second offensive rebound attempt. And the foul on Horford is his second.
Wow, tough call. Oh, he pushed him with his left hand. He already had the rebound, and he just pushed T.J. McConnell. It looked like he knocked him down, and T was on the way down anyhow, but a bad decision by Al Horford.
Late substitution by the Celtics. O'Shea Brissett is in. Drew Holiday heads to the bench. 6:10 to go. Clock moving. Third quarter. Indiana 82. Boston 66. No Tyrese Halliburton tonight, and so far no problem. Here's McConnell driving, rising, twisting, and knocking home a 10-footer. He is instant offense. 16 points off the bench for Rick Carlisle.
7 for 10 from the field. 4 rebounds.
The lead is at 18, matching their largest of the game. Tatum spins in the lane, got the whistle, continued the shot, and got the roll. Jason Tatum to the line, a chance for 3 at 5:47 to go in the third.
I had to keep quiet for a change, Kesty, because I could see JT getting ready to spin and go to the rim. I should finish T.J. McConnell's line, 16 points, 4 boards, 5 assists also.
Having a terrific game. He being Rick Carlisle, could have gone to McConnell as a starter tonight, but he loved him in that position off the bench as Tatum finishes a 3-point play for his 25th point.
Really good decision by Rick Carlisle.
84-69 Pacers, 5:40 to go in the third. We're in game 3 here at Indiana. Toppin at the top. Will pass to the corner, McConnell. He's got Brissett on him. Tried to drive in, couldn't. Goes to Neesmith with 7 to shoot. Neesmith on the perimeter. Now cuts with 5. Down the lane, out to McConnell. He's open for 3. Takes it. Missed it. Tapped, an offensive rebound attempt, and it's going to be a loose ball foul on Al Horford again. Or they get Tatum. Looks like they got Tatum on that one.
JT, the way he's complaining, I think he's got a gripe. I thought Isaiah Jackson came over the top. Kesty, I should do a better job explaining what Rick Carlisle was thinking about. If he moved TJ off the bench into the starting lineup, now he's played with both his bench and his starting lineup. By putting Shepard in there, he keeps that bench basically intact because it starts with Obi Toppin and T.J. McConnell.
Another perimeter blocked by Boston. Here's Brown on the other end, lays it up and in with a left hand. And now Rick Carlisle wants a timeout after the Celtics quickly get it back to 13.
Yeah, I don't know whether you want to call it just good defense with the block shot or a turnover, but either way, the good defense ignited the Boston fast break. Indiana has got to take better care of the ball. They got to get a good shot every trip down the floor.
Jaylen Brown had the block on one end, had the layup on the other. 5:12 to go, third quarter. Indiana 84, Celtics 71. This is the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
With T
T-Mobile, you can get tons of benefits and still save because nobody likes having to choose. It's like getting romance and sci-fi.
I love you. Also, I'm a robot.
At T-Mobile, you can get the benefits you want and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com/switch. Plus, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800.
Via virtual prepaid card in 15 days. Qualifying unlocked device credit service and timely redemption required. Card has no cash access and expires in 6 months. See T-Mobile.com.
Progressive knows when you own a boat, life on land is a tough sell.
Come on down to Land. The place where you can do so much walking. You can walk to work, the bus stop, or the gym where you can pretend you're walking up an endless flight of stairs. Even when you're flying somewhere, you can take a really long walk through the airport. It's Land.
Life on a boat is way more relaxing, and it's even more relaxing when you protect your boat with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. #1 rating based on 2022 boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
We love the game because anything can happen. There's no sure thing.
How did that go in?
Every play, every shot,
Are you kidding me?
every swing is a risk if you bet.
I can't believe that just happened.
There's no easy money. There's no luck. And no one wins all the time. If you bet responsibly and always set a limit. Learn more at responsibleplay.org.
Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. If you have open roles, chances are you're feeling this too. That's why you need Robert Half. Our specialized recruiting professionals engage with our proprietary AI to connect businesses of all sizes with highly skilled talent in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
I'm Kevin Winter inside our Granger studio with the NBA playoffs. Game 3, West Eastern Conference Finals here at ESPN Radio. Game 3 in the West will be tomorrow night. We'll move up our coverage a half hour. Start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Tip a little after 8 p.m. Eastern Time from American Airlines Center in Dallas, where the Mavericks return home, leading the Minnesota Timberwolves 2 games to none. Remember, Dallas down 18 last night, rallied to win on the road. Boston was down 18 tonight. They're down 13 right now. Back to the third quarter in Indy with George Sedano and PJ Calissimo. Here's Mark Kestisher.
All right, Kevin, Game 4 of this series Monday night here in Indy. There's kind of a fall cast in the city because there's, rain and thunderstorms in the forecast for the 500 tomorrow, and Tyrese Halliburton going down with injury. But that has changed here, PJ, in 2.5 quarters so far.
Certainly has, and the 500 may be Monday. We may have the 500
and Game 4 on the same day.
Game, yeah.
3-point shooting. Boston 1 for 5 in the quarter. Indiana 0 for 6 after they were mainly a paint team in the first half.
They love the three so much, but I'm tempted to say, boy, you haven't needed it tonight. I was the one who was advocating they needed a bunch of threes, but it's not helping them so far in the third.
Here's McConnell driving the lane. Shot clock winding at 7. Out to top and on top of the arc. Gives to McConnell, falling down. Pass finds Shepard. Corner 3. Blocked on the perimeter by White. There have 2 or 3 of those Boston here in this quarter.
Yeah, and there's 2 recent ones. One by Jaylen Brown, one by Derek White.
Brown inside, warding off Ben Shepard. Offensive foul to call from the chief, Mark Davis.
Well, I'll tell you what, Al Horford's complaining to John Goebel, and he's got a point. John Goebel was going to call a defensive foul, but Mark Davis blew the whistle first and got the offensive foul.
Brown was trying to ward off Shepard, and when he swung that right hand, hit the back of the head of Shepard, who then his neck snapped back. So offensive foul, Brown. His second. Here's McConnell inside against Brissett. Turns, pivot, shot blocked. Loose ball. Indiana's got it. Here's Isaiah Jackson going strong to the rim with a two-hand stuff.
Yeah, enough for short arm in those 6-foot, 5-foot shots. Isaiah Jackson just dunked it right there.
Third-year pro out of Kentucky has given the Pacers an 86-71 lead. 4:10 to go in the third. Brown steps back on top and takes a 3. Missed it. Rebound. Jackson strong. Gets it ahead to McConnell. Front court lob. Beats Brown to top it. Horford got the block on the backside. 4 blocks in this quarter. And here's Brown getting wrapped up. Fouled as he drove down the lane with 3:55 to go here in the third quarter.
Good play. Could be a take. I don't think so. Nope, they're not even looking or talking about it. DJ did a pretty good job wrapping him up.
That'll be number 1 on T.J. McConnell. 2-shot foul. Jaylen Brown will go to the line.
About 7 blocks for the Celtics, Chester.
Been impressive. 3 for Al Horford. 2 for Derek White on the perimeter. Celtics trail by 15. 2 free throws here, and Brown hits the first. 3:55 left in the third. Xavier Tillman. Drew Holiday coming in. Horford will get a breather here, and O'Shea Brissett will also head to the Celtic bench.
Yeah, kind of quietly, Kesty, when I was looking at stats, it kind of jumped out at me. Regular season, Boston number 1 in block shots. So far in the playoffs, they're 8th out of 16 teams. It shows today what they're capable of and what they did in the regular season.
Yeah, they were 6.5 blocks a game, and they got 7 here so far. Free throws both go down for Brown. 13-point lead, Indiana, 86-73. Here's a lob, McConnell, too far that time for Jackson. Boston on the run out. They don't have numbers. Tatum will wait. Now he turns and gets cut off on the baseline with 3:38 to go.
Lobs, well, here comes JT to the rim.
And he gets fouled by Shepard, who bodied him. 3:36 left here in the third.
Starting to say about Isaiah Jackson, it was one of those lobs that maybe the pass was a little bit off, but it was catchable. Catch it with 2 hands and come down and then go back up instead of try to make a kind of a circus play when you're in the air. So many guys do that. Just because it was an alley-oop pass, you don't have to shoot it up in the air.
And that is 2 of the more inexperienced guys for Rick Carlisle. Shepard, who threw the pass, and Isaiah Jackson, who really emerged late this season. Former first-round pick a couple of years ago. Tatum at the line. Free throw bounces off the rim. No good. First of 2. He's 2 for 5 at the line so far tonight. You mentioned 86% in the postseason, 83% in the regular year.
Yeah, he's just a little bit out of sorts. He's still very, very good. But so far he hasn't been, other than in that overtime period, the Jason Tatum All-NBA that we're used to.
Hits the second. Celtics have missed 5 free throws. Indiana's 11 for 11 at the line tonight. 86-74. Boston now within 12. 3.5 left, third quarter. Toppin goes to McConnell. 5 feet beyond the arc. No one picks him up. He thought about a 3. Bounces it to Turner. He'll step back, pass to Shepard on the wing. Shepard back to Turner, 7-2. Miles finds Siakam right near the free throw line. He's got the smaller White. Jumps over him. Shot off the rim. A rebound, Pritchard.
Boston's defense is getting better. Pritchard in 4. They finally broke up Tatum and Brown here. Jaylen Brown getting a rest.
Trying to claw into that 18-point deficit. They're down a dozen. Tatum for 3 on the left. Air ball goes out of bounds, but Siakam got a hand on it. It'll stay with the Celtics.
Never saw it because it didn't hit the rim. Pascal was just getting ready to get in rebound position. All of a sudden, the ball hit him in the side of the forearm.
Celtics struggling from the perimeter shot here in the third. Tatum will inbound front court, baseline right. Sends it way over the top. Holiday makes the catch near half court. Shot clock at 7. Holiday, 3-point line to the free throw line. Knocks down Siakam, no call. Passes off to Tillman and just floats it up and in. Bodies were down on the floor and Tillman was wide open, and the Celtics now within 10. Here come the Pacers. Toppin, cut off by Tatum. Down on the baseline left, retreats to the wing. Dangerous pass. McConnell's got it. McConnell to Turner. Squares for 3. Missed it short. Indiana's starting to fall in love with that 3 ball.
Yeah, and it's really hurting them.
On the other end, Holiday for 3. Overcooked it badly. Indiana on the other end. Toppin inside the arc. Waits for his mates to come down floor with 2:20 to go. Third quarter. McConnell at the top. Guarded by Tatum. Stops the dribble. Looks for Siakam. Bounces it to him. Now finds Toppin on the cut. Got behind the defense and throws it down.
There's no question the paint has been better for the Pacers than the 3-point line.
58 paint points for Indiana. They lead at 88-76. Indiana's 0 for 8 from 3. And here's a triple from Tatum for Boston out on the right wing. 29 for Jason Tatum. Celtics now within 9. They were down 18.
Beware the Celtics finishing the quarter.
Here's Toppin on the drive. Back behind his back pass. Turns it over.
Horrible pass.
2-on-2 the other way. Tatum will slow it up. Sends it back to White, who steps into a three. Missed it off the front rim.
Boy, that was big right there. That would have cut it to 6.
On the other end, Siakam drives into 2 Celtics. Kicks to the corner. Shepard missing a three. Offensive rebound. Siakam had it punched out by Tatum, but Indiana keeps.
The block party continues.
McConnell drives outside to Turner. Fakes the pass. 5 to shoot. Lost the ball. Got it tipped away. Boston's defense tightening here. Tatum ahead to White. Fouled from behind by Shepard, who kept them from scoring the deuce. But 2 free throws coming with 1:06 to go as Boston continues the climb back, and they're getting nervous here in Indy.
Big time. Would have been an assist, but White will get to the free throw line. Jason Tatum very easily could have shot that 3 in transition, and he said instead he saw Derek White streak into the rim, and he made a nice 2-hand bounce pass, leading him to the rim. Very unselfish and good basketball play by Jason Tatum.
It was a very wise play as Boston is 1 for 8 from three-point land here in this third quarter. White hits the first of 2. Ben Shepard picked up that foul. That's his 4th, so he's coming out. Andrew Nembhard coming back in.
Young guy continues to struggle from 3. Kesty, this is about to be free throw attempt number 9 for Boston. We know how much they hurt him from the free throw line in games 1 and 2. Indiana's only taken 1 free throw, I believe, so far in the third quarter.
Correct, as Derek White will shoot his second, try to make it a 7-point game. Indiana has led by as many as 18 points. 1:06 to go in the third. Free throw away and in for White.
12 at the half, so they've chopped 5 off it right now.
And a little bit of backcourt pressure as T.J. McConnell looks to get across right to that Coppin corner. Nice pass, though, to Toppin. He'll drive. He lost the handle. Turnover. Celtics the other way with 50 seconds to go in the third. Holiday stops on the perimeter. Passes to Brown in the mid-post against Nembhard. Dribbles into the lane outside Holiday. Open for 3. Takes it. Oh, it was halfway down. And the rebound to Turner. Up ahead, Siakam bounces into Holiday. Jump pass to no one in particular. Toppin saves it, and it's stolen by Boston.
Indiana very, very sloppy right now.
White pulls for 3 in transition. No good. Rebound, Indiana.
That was a 2-for-1. He shot it with about 28 seconds to go. But they've dodged, the Indiana Pacers have dodged 3 bullets. Open 3s by the Celtics. All 3 in and out.
15 seconds to go in the third. Shot clock under 10. Indiana's lead is down to 7. Here's McConnell at the top. Dribbles near the right post. Went down and got the whistle. Jaylen Brown was near him. He's going to look to the Celtic assistants to see if McConnell took a dive there. There was some contact, I believe, from up here.
He's looking for a challenge.
Was saying no.
Joe's saying no. I'll tell you what, there was not much there. Oh, he's got his hand on him again. Boy, there wasn't much there.
There wasn't, and TJ kind of left both feet, knowing he might get that call.
Really big play, though. That takes away the last shot that the Celtics were going to get. Now they're not going to get the last shot.
Got a substitution here.
Obi's limping.
As he heads to the Indiana bench.
But he's not walking normally, to my eye, from up here. A little hard for me, my old eyes, to see from up here, Kesty.
Doug McDermott replaces him. A 15-4 Boston run here late in the quarter. Inbound to Nembhard. He'll drive in the lane, puts up a lefty shot, missed it, tapped up McDermott, and it goes in with 0.6 of a second to go in the third. Inbound Pritchard, 3/4 court heave, no good. And the Indiana Pacers get a gift, too, at the end of the quarter. Their lead is 9 going to the fourth.
All because of that foul on Jaylen Brown, Kesty. They defend it or they don't make the call. Boston's going to get the ball for the last shot and continue their run, and instead, Doug McDermott comes in, and who'd have thunk? He gets the tip in.
Well, the Celtics trailed by 18 in the third. They've cut that in half. Indiana 90, Boston 81. We head to the fourth of Game 3 next. Pacers 90, Boston 81. This is the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This military Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union wants to celebrate our members who go above and beyond every single day. That's why we thought you might want to hear some special thank you messages from your friends and family.
I want to give a shout out to my brother AZ1 Archie Castillo.
Hi, I want to give a shout out to my friend Colin, who's currently serving in the Army. Thanks for all you do. Happy Military Appreciation Month.
And from all of us here, Happy Military Appreciation Month. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
We're David and Greg Figueroa, founders of Melinda's Hot Sauce. If we were a big corporate brand, we might hire a voice actor. But we're not, so we'll just tell you about our 41 unique flavors of Kraft Hot Sauce. Dude, we can talk about the way we balance heat with the fresh flavor of real ingredients. Wow, nice. Set your mouth on flavor with Melinda's Hot Sauces. Find them at your local retailer or online at melindas.com. That's MELINDAS.com.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them. With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise. No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures. It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
With you inside our Granger studio with Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio. We make the turn for home. What was once an 18-point Pacer lead is down to 90-81, but a big basket by Indiana right as the clock expired late in that third quarter makes it a 9-point lead. Back to George Sedano, PJ Colissimo, Mark Kessler at Cambridge Fieldhouse.
All right, Kev, and behind that Boston huddle right now is George.
Kesty, I was in that Boston huddle, and for the first time tonight, they seemed a bit more calm. There wasn't a lot of chatter until Joe Mazzulla arrived in the huddle and said, "Hey, guys, 9-point game in the fourth quarter. Let's go. We got this. Let's do this."
Thank you, George. And the bench for Indiana has helped them out in this game 24-4, PJ.
I tell you what, Doug McDermott, I know it's only 2 points. Believe me, that was a big 2, and that foul call that took away the last shot opportunity for Boston was equally big.
Both teams struggled from three-point land in the third quarter. Indiana only shot 1 free throw in the quarter. Boston went 8 of 9.
How about threes? 0 for 9 for Indiana in the third quarter.
Sam Hauser, speaking of 0 for 9 in the series, from 3 passes it to Tillman. Shot clock already down to 3. Tatum's way out beyond the arc. That drives in, passes. They didn't get the shot up. Got blocked anyway. Tillman had it. Miles Turner made sure that ball wasn't going anywhere near the rim.
Really good defense. Indiana doubled JT, and he didn't realize, because he had his hands full with 2 defenders, where the shot clock was. By the time he gave it to, was it Al Horford, whoever he threw it to? No,
Tillman.
Xavier Tillman. There was nothing he could do.
Nothing. Andrew Nembhard only had 2 points in the third quarter. Drives, passes to the rolling Turner, blocked away by Derek White. Boston coming the other way, down 9. Here's White, fakes a 3, and got fouled by Neesmith as White was trying to make his way into the lane. Neesmith took the worst of it, hobbling down the lane, now walking it off after the 12th Boston block of Game 3.
That's incredible. They are just all over. A lot of them, again, they're trying to attack the paint so they get the ball inside, and they are all over them.
Neesmith has 4 fouls. Boston inbound to Tatum. Opening minute, fourth quarter. Celtics down 9. Tatum on the arc, dribbling against Neesmith. Fires on a short hop to White. Picks it up, shoots the 3, bricked it. Offensive board. Drew Holiday had position and sticks it back in.
The good D leads to it, and that's an offensive rebound. 9 of those blocks, by the way, Kesty, in the second half.
The lead is down to 7. 3-pointer. Miles Turner missed it. Rebound, Boston. Indiana's gone ice cold from 3 and has taken too many threes here in the second half.
0 for 10.
Jason Tatum has it up top against Siakam. Left-hand cut, steps back, topside three. Contested, it's a miss. Flying in, offensive board, Holiday.
Back-to-back offensive rebounds.
This time Holiday outside, lost his footing, went down. Crowd wanted to travel. Loose ball, Neesmith's got it. Tatum jumps on him, and a foul called by Mark Davis as Jason Tatum jumped on Neesmith, who had the ball tucked under his body.
JT's got a sarcastic smile on his face at Mark Davis, saying, "Come on, Mark." He was rolling on the floor. I think they were fortunate. It looked like there was a travel that was not called. Neesmith, great job getting down on it. That's a tough call.
That is a tough call. It wasn't like a pile driver hit. He went down and kind of put his weight onto him a bit. Here's Neesmith, or rather Nembhard, missing a floater and saved by Derek White of Boston with 10:10 to go in the game. 90-83, Indiana.
You got to think the Pacers are a little gun-shy going to the rim now with all these blocked shots, Kesty.
And their offense has come to a complete halt. Here's White, missed it short. Chase down his miss, puts it in, and the lead's down to 5.
Another offensive rebound for Boston.
Indiana falling apart in the paint and on the glass. 9:50 to go in Game 3. Can the Pacers hang on?
It's got to be Pascal Siakam or Miles Turner.
There's Nembhard, steps back, floating jumper off the mark, and rebounded by Holiday. 90-85. Indiana here early in the fourth quarter.
They got to limit him to one shot. Too many offensive rebounds for Boston.
Holiday turns it over. Shepard's got it. Spins in the front court. Finds Turner. Celtics got back. Turner now leans in. Got the whistle and one. Miles Turner had nowhere to go. He ducked in, leaned in, got the contact, and was able to finish it off.
Drew Holiday's talking to Mark Davis, saying, "Mark, he hit me. That's why I turned the ball over. We got to get that call."
And the Celtics get hit with a delay of game warning as Miles Turner, you can see him still hobbling down there. He had some back issues early. Will shoot for a three-point play.
I didn't think I'd be saying this. Boston's got to keep their composure, Kessie. They're in good shape. They've gotten themselves back in the game.
Turner hits the free throw, 93-85 Pacers, who led by 18 points in the third quarter. Cut to 9 after 3. Cut to 5 moments ago. Here's a pass inside to Tatum. Turns in traffic, got the whistle. Shot not there. Jason Tatum will have to earn it at the free throw line. And if that's on Neesmith, and it is, that's his 5th. So the Tatum Whisperer has 5 personals.
Best defender by far. Obi Toppin heads to the scorers table. He'll be coming in for Aaron Neesmith. I'll tell you what, you get Boston down, you got to knock them out, because JT or JB can get you in the fourth quarter. If a game is like even within striking distance, they have 2 of the best closers in the entire NBA.
Tatum hits the first free throw, PJ. That's 30 points. He had a streak of 9 straight games against the Pacers, scoring 30, ending game 2. He's restarting the streak.
Unless you think Jaylen Brown's gone away, he's got 20. So they've combined for 51 as that second free throw goes down.
Back to a 6-point game, 93-87 Indiana. Nembhard with it has been quieted in the second half after the 21-point outburst in the first. We're under 9 minutes to go in game 3. Siakam has it up top, gets it to Nembhard, 9-2. Andrew steps back. He's going to let fly on a 3. He's going to miss it. High rebound, offensive board, Turner. Tried to find the cutting Siakam, but he couldn't grab it, and it goes out of bounds. If he had let that go, Nembhard was waiting.
I was going to say the pass was to Nembhard, and Siakam, because it wasn't from him, had to really reach to get it, and he knocked it out of bounds. Kesty, that's 0 for 11 from the three-point line. We got to get the ball, if you're an Indiana Pacer fan, to Miles Turner or Pascal Siakam, and they got to shoot it in the paint.
Nembhard is 1 for 7 in the second half after that brilliant first half. Boston trying to creep closer, down 6. Horford on the perimeter for 3. Cans it! The lead is split to 3. Al Horford's 6th triple of game 3, and Boston's right back in it. Timeout, Indiana.
6 for 10 from the three-point line for Al Horford. His teammates are 7 for 30. The rest of them, 40 3-point attempts for the Celtics, but Al Horford are holding them together. 9-3, the quarter score in favor of Boston. Celtics, once down 18, have trimmed it to 3. Pacers 93, Celtics 90, 8:29 to play
in regulation of Game 3. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
If you've ever asked yourself if you could do more to help struggling young people turn their lives around, apply to become a youth development specialist, where you will supervise and support young people in detention. It's challenging, it's rewarding, it's a union job with a $51,000 starting salary, and perhaps most importantly, it's a job that has a positive impact on the lives of young people. NYC residency not required. Apply to become a youth development specialist today at nyc.gov/YDS. That's nyc.gov/YDS.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles. Rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm that's there to help accident victims. I'm attorney Jenna D'Agostino, continuing the legacy my father, John D'Agostino, started 35 years ago when he built D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm, one client at a time.
I grew up on these New York and New Jersey streets. They shaped me. I'm attorney John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. I often tell the story of how my father lost his leg in a construction accident so people understand I've been there, and I'll be there for you. Call my team first, 888-24-LAW-24, 888-24-LAW-24.
Continuing the legacy means working closely with my father and our team. When you're injured, we know a big decision has to be made. Call our team first.
D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. Call my team first, 888-24-LAW-24, 888-24-LAW-24. D'Agostino Law Bite Back.
I'm Kevin Winter inside our Granger studio. Game 3, Eastern Conference Finals. I want to thank all of you who logged on to our social media accounts at NBA on ESPN Radio to vote in the AutoZone in the Zone poll question. 55% of you said Jason Tatum would be the player to get in the zone tonight. Got a game-high 31, but Al Horford just hit a huge 3. Celtics are in the midst of a 24-9 run. Long way to go. 8.5 to go. Tension convention at Gainbridge Fieldhouse with George Sedano, PJ Calissimo. Here's Mark Kastner.
And Kevin, the difference in the second half for Indiana, PJ, the three-point shooting, they decided to shoot 11 threes, missed them all, but the offensive rebounds and second chance and block shots for the Celtics.
Yeah, a great defense. 9 block shots for the Celtics in the second half. Offensive boards where they really hurt Indiana in Boston wasn't there in the first half, but it has been in the second. 6 offensive rebounds for 8 points. They need more from Pascal and Miles. Pascal's got 5, it gives him 20. Miles has 7, gives him 22, but they both had 15 in the first half.
Off the Rick Carlisle grease board, they're going to Pascal Siakam in the post, outside to Nembhard, who has struggled in the second half. Back to Siakam, rises mid-range jumper short and rebounded by Boston.
Not a paint shot, a jump shot. Good defense again by the Boston Celtics.
Once down 18. The Celtics are down but 3 with 8 minutes to go in game 3. Tatum's going to drive. Tatum into the lane. Layup, no. Rebound McConnell. Up ahead for Toppin. Flying into the front court. Puts it up. Missed it as Horford got back to try and defend. Toppin thought he got fouled. He's late getting back. 5-on-4 Celtics. Here's Brown. Pass to the corner. Inside to Tatum. Turns. Whips it to the corner. Horford. Up top. Hauser for 3 for the tie. Oh, he missed it wide right. Still 0 for the series.
Al Horford should have shot it. He's on fire and he was open. 93-90 Indiana. Clinging to the game 3 lead. And we mean clinging. P.J. McConnell in to try and settle things down. 7:20 to go, fourth quarter. McConnell at the top, left-hand dribble against Brown. Now dribbles down to the baseline, fading, twisting, jumper, good for McConnell. Big hit. They're up 5. Ball came squirting all the way to half court, so they'll hold it up for a moment. That allows Indiana to set up the defense. Chester, TJ's got 18, 8 boards, and 5 assists, and he's 8 for 13 from the field. Wow. 95-90 Indiana. Jaylen Brown has it as we cross 7 minutes to go in regulation. Now Horford out on the perimeter to Tatum.
Horford's got 6 threes tonight. That ties his playoff career high. Tatum will go right side to Brown. Lifts, deep three, missed it badly. Rebounded by Turner.
Not a good possession. Too much dribbling.
McConnell fires one cross court to Nembhard, who drives win, reverse layup, and the wraparound is good. Only his second make of the second half. Nembhard with 25. 97-90. Pacers, 6.5 to go.
Boston just not executing as well when they're not running downhill off misses or block shots.
Jaylen Brown at the top against Nembhard. Crosses left, crosses right, bumps him with the left shoulder. Splits a double up top to Tatum. Squares for 3 on its way. No good, but he's fouled on the Miles Turner closeout. Jason Tatum will head to the line for 3 free throws at 6:14 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Actually, that wasn't a closeout. That was a bailout. Boston has really struggled a couple of possessions in a row. Ones where they had to attack the Indiana set defense, and it's kind of settled into Jason and Jalen just kind of playing one-on-one or two-on-two together. Ball's got to move better in the half court. In transition, it's okay, but in the half court, it's kind of caused Boston to bog down.
That has been an issue in fourth quarters the last few years. A lot of isolation play as Tatum hit the first, missed the second, with one more to come and 6:14 to go. Xavier Tillman is in. Sam Hauser right now is 0 for 9 in this Eastern Conference Finals from 3 as he heads to the bench.
Yeah, Joe Mazzulla's seen enough. He's given Drew Holiday a rest. We know Drew Holiday's been not 100% the entire day, so he's in there. He'll be back in shortly, I think, for Xavier Tillman.
Derek White replacing Holiday as Tatum hits 2 out of 3 free throws. 97-92, Pacer lead down to 5.
2 bigs in for the Celtics, Tillman and Horford.
Coming up on 6 minutes to go here in Game 3. Here's McConnell, great explosion, floats it up, in and out, no offensive board, Siakam, and he sticks it in. And Mazzulla's going to call for time. Boston calls for time as Indiana settles out of the last timeout. Their lead is 7 with 6 minutes to go.
T.J. McConnell with the huge basket, and then Pascal Siakam with the bigger offensive rebound and a stick back.
22 for Siakam, 6 minutes to go. Timeout in downtown Indianapolis. Pacers 99, Celtics 92. This is the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
NBAstore.com, the official online store of the NBA, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NBA fan gear. With unique designs by Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team, plus one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
I need directions for paying down debt.
Starting route. Apply for a SoFi personal loan and consolidate your debt into one fixed payment. Turn right into a positive outlook and get $5,000 to $100,000 as soon as the same day you sign with no fees required.
Got it. You could get out of high-interest credit card debt with a SoFi personal loan. View your rate at SoFi.com/debt in 60 seconds with no impact to your credit score. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions at SoFi.com/debt. NMLS 696891.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beach Boys!
Now streaming, the Beach Boys tell their story in a must-see film event.
Brian, Dennis, and Carl, a cousin, Mike Love, and our good friend El Jardine. That's family to me.
Experience the definitive look at America's band.
They were participating in the creation of a California dream.
The fact that it was a family, that's where the success came from.
The Beach Boys, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. Now streaming on Disney+.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Brakes? We can save you 15% on that. We have OE quality Duralast brake pads and rotors in stock, ready for pickup or delivery. We also have calipers, brake fluid, tools, and anything else you'll need to do the job right. When you get Duralast pads and rotors together, you'll save 15%. It's just part of what makes us America's #1 brakes destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Factor with you. I want to remind you, Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals tomorrow night on ESPN Radio. We'll have our coverage starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time between the Dallas Mavericks and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Dallas leads that series 2-0. They return home. Meanwhile, 6 minutes exactly to go on the clock. We got a 99-92 lead for the Indiana Pacers over the Boston Celtics. PJ Calissimo, George Sedano, Mark Kexisher, back to you.
All right, Kev, 2 classics already in the West. We had a fabulous Game 1 and an unbelievable comeback by the Celtics. Boston held home court. No Tyrese Halliburton with the injured hamstring. The team gutted it out to an 18-point lead, and now, PJ, they're trying to cut out hanging on against the Celtics, who, if they had hit some three-pointers with all their blocked shots and offensive rebounds, may have had the lead at this point.
Yeah, they really had it going. They had them on the ropes, but they weren't able to finish. And right now, offensive rebounds have become a story. It's gotten Boston right back in the lead, and Pascal Siakam just got a huge one. I'm looking for he and Miles Turner, along with T.J. McConnell, to deliver this game if the Pacers are going to win.
Boston with it out of the timeout. Tatum working up top against Turner outside the arc. Dribbles in the lane. Passes to White. Left angle three on its way. And it's good. Derek White with the 3-ball. Boston within 4.
Boston had gone so cold from the 3, but they finally get one to fall when it really matters.
White was 1 for 7 from 3 before that make. 99-95 Indiana. 5:20 to go. Pacers with it. McConnell drives again. That twisting, turning, short baseline jumper. This time missed it. Rebounded by Tatum. Boston down 4. Horford on the perimeter. Gives it up to Tatum. They'll reset with 15 to shoot. Tatum's got the smallest man on the floor, McConnell. Backs him down near the free throw line. Now near the dotted line. Turns, passes to Horford. Reloads Tatum with 7 to shoot. Tatum still against McConnell. Tatum with 3. Tatum with 2 and a foul late in the clock. McConnell hit the deck wanting a foul. Tatum also had been turned, and the foul is going to be on McConnell.
We've talked about how much the Pacers are struggling in the second half from 3. They haven't made one yet. Before that Derek White shot, Boston was 3 for 18 in the second half. They're now obviously 4 for 19. So the 3 has not been good for either team in the second half.
And Indiana does not have a three-pointer in this entire second half. Not that they were shooting it in the first, but a stark 0 for 11 here in the second half. This will be side in after the 4th team foul against Indiana. 5 minutes to go into Holiday.
Drew Holiday back after that rest to make sure he's got some gas left in the tank.
Tatum to Horford. A 3 from on top. No good. Rebounded by McConnell. Secured it with 2 hands. Into the front court with 4:40 to go.
Finally a miss from Al Horford.
99-95 Pacers lead and possession. Turner flips it to Nembhard. Shot clock at 10. He's going to make a run at Horford. Now stops, turns direction, fades, baseline jumper, good. Free throw line jumper, good for Nembhard. 6-point lead, Indiana. 27 points for Andrew Nembhard. Only 6 here in the second half, but 2 big makes down the stretch. 4:12 to go. Drew Holiday leaves it on the left. Jaylen Brown drives and stuffs it. He was able to beat Miles Turner and exploded to the rim for the jam.
Little more ball movement there.
Pass to Siakam in the lane. Outside to Nembhard. Let's fly for 3 and connects. Andrew Nembhard coming alive here in the 4th quarter. 7-point Pacer lead.
Inside out. Good look from Pascal Siakam.
30 points for Andrew Nembhard. That's one off his entire career high. 7-point lead, Indiana. Here's Horford on the perimeter. Out left to White. 3.5 minutes to go in Game 3. Now to Horford against the smallest McConnell. Flips it over him and scores.
Boy, has Al Horford delivered for Joe Mazzulla tonight. That's 20 points.
Approaching his 38th birthday. And he has Boston within 5. 104-99. Nembhard starting to feel it. Drives. Walled off on the post. He'll go outside to Turner, and he reloads Nembhard. 10 to shoot, 3:10 to go. Nembhard drives, kicks to McConnell, wide open right corner, takes the 3, and buries the 3 with 3 minutes to go in Game 3.
Huge shot. It's early. That's an early dagger right there.
107-99 Indiana. White finds Holiday, who beat the defense despite the chant for the crowd, and Holiday puts it in easily.
Better ball movement now, less dribbling from the Celtics.
6-point game. McConnell sees a seam, takes it, and makes it. Went right to the rack and laid it in. How about 21 points for T.J. McConnell off the bench? Make it 23. Over the top, they go to Brown. Indiana's lead is 8. Defending is Turner. Backing up, 12-footer, good for Jaylen Brown, up to 24 points.
It won't go quietly. How about, we saw Nembhard getting 30 and McConnell getting 23, right, Kesty?
We did, indeed. McConnell had a career-high 29 points last year. He's got 23 right now here in the postseason. 2-possession game, 6-point lead Pacers. We just crossed 2 minutes to go. Here's Pascal Siakam retreating to the perimeter. Shot clock at 8. Now to Nembhard up high. Nembhard's going to drive. Pass to McConnell. Same spot. Can't take the 3. Gives it up to Turner. Late block. Desperation shot missed from D2 and rebounded by Derek White.
Yeah, not the best look.
Here's Holiday getting into the lane. They work it to Tatum on top. Good look at a 3, and he connects. Cuts the deficit from 6 to 3.
They were 4 for 20 from 3 in the second half when that Jason Tatum shot went down.
He's got 36, 90 seconds to go. The Pacers hanging on. 3-point lead, Nembhard getting by White, and a late whistle as Nembhard flicked the ball toward the rim. Mark Davis, the official, raised his fist, and Nembhard will go to the line for 2.
Joe Mazzulla looking to his assistant coaches. I don't think, oh boy, I don't know.
I saw Brown at the very end had a hand on the ball, but the foul was on White, his 4th.
They called it earlier on the split.
From behind.
Wow.
Yeah, White might have got a hand on him from behind as Nembhard hits the first of 2, and that ties Andrew Nembhard's career high, 31 points. 1 more to go with 1:26 to go. 110-106. Crowd quiets here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Second's good as well. 111-106 Indiana. The Pacers now 14 for 14 at the line.
They needed to play a close to perfect game, and they're doing just that.
Without Tyrese Halliburton, can they hang on? Here's Tatum on the drive. Tatum down the lane, behind the back. Horford, corner 3. Got it! Playoff career high. 7th triple for Al Horford. Boston within 2.
4 for 20 they were, and they've just made the 2 biggest ones of the second half, the Boston Celtics.
1 minute to go. Gut check time for the Pacers without All-Star Tyrese Halliburton. Their lead is 2. Pass stolen by Brown. It's still loose. Nembhard able to get it with 5 to shoot. Into the front court, Siakam. Siakam put it up, missed it. Rebound Brown. 47 seconds to go. Celtics down 2. Tatum with it, slows it up, passes to Holiday. From the right, into the lane, puts it up, got the whistle, ties the game. He can untie it with a 3-point play with 38 seconds to go.
It's early for a reset, Kesty, but I'll throw a quick one in. Neither team has a foul to give. Both teams have 2 timeouts left.
4th foul on Pascal Siakam. Drew Holiday has tied the game. He can untie it here. Boston has climbed the hill, down 18, free throw good, 112-111 Boston.
38.9 seconds to go. Rick Carlisle's team will probably, I say probably, advance it. They have already made 2 for 1 if they choose to do it. You would think it's going to be in T.J. McConnell's hands, and you would think he's looking for either Pascal Siakam or Miles Turner.
PJ, the Boston Celtics have their first lead since 32-31, and with 38.9 to go, Boston 112, Indiana 111, and right now the sellout crowd here, a little bit quiet before we get to our attendance tracker. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
For general 98.7 ESPN contest rules, visit ESPNNewYork.com/contest. WEPN-FM, New York, a Good Karma Friends radio station.
Mark Kestecher, PJ Carlissimo, George Sedano with you, John Medani, our producer, Al Rosenberg, our engineer. Check our attendance tracker, a sellout here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, 17,274. Brought to you by Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN. Get great deals on the hottest tickets. Experience it live.
What happens now is more important, but again, 0 for 11 from 3 from Indiana second half. Boston was 4 for 20, and then Al Horford and Jason Tatum knocked down 2 enormous threes.
George Sedano, let's check in with you.
Guys, I was in the Pacers huddle. Rick Carlisle's going to put the ball in T.J. McConnell's hands, and he's going to make the decision.
And he's going to be the inbound man, front court, left side. Pacers, what a difference between being 2 games to 1 down and being 3 games to none down and blowing an 18-point lead.
Here they are again, though, in the last minute with a chance to win. No foul to give for Boston.
McConnell gets it into the backcourt to Nembhard. He'll drive with 35 seconds to go. Nembhard fading jumper, missed it. Rebound Horford with 30 seconds to go.
They don't have to foul. That created the 2 for 1.
Here's Horford being harassed. Oh, and they fouled. Oh, they got a timeout. Timeout called by Joe Mazzulla. He saw Holiday a little bit out of control, was about to be double teamed, and Boston got a timeout call with 25 seconds.
8.6-second differential. So Indiana has time to just dig in. If they can get a stop, they're going to have 8.6 seconds to win this game. Both Rick Carlisle and Joe Mazzulla with the timeout each. So they can play defense. We're going to get the last one. Testy, you know this situation. We say this all the time at the end. It's oftentimes not the first shot that beats you. When and if Boston shoots it, Indiana has got to come up with a defensive rebound to give them a chance to win.
Boston Celtics have 7 offensive rebounds tonight, 6 in the second half. Well, PJ did say it would take everybody for the Pacers to win. This is the second playoff game in Pacers NBA history where they had 4 20-point scores. The other instance was in a winner-take-all Game 5 in the 91 first round against the Celtics. Who were those players? Reggie Miller, Chuck Person, Detlef Schrempf, and Michael Williams.
Just as quiet as Gainbridge Fieldhouse has been tonight, Testy.
Nervous.
Trying to come alive a little bit right now. You would think it's going to go to the All-NBA Jason Tatum and the should-have-been All-NBA Jaylen Brown.
Boston Celtics trailed most of the way. This is an 11-2 Celtics run to take the lead. Inbound will be front court Boston. Derek White will get it into the backcourt to Al Horford.
5 options. They're all in double figures tonight, as they've been.
Shot clock at 10. 18 seconds left in the ballgame. Boston by 1 with the ball. Tatum has it near half court with 5. Tatum drives, middle of the lane, attacks Siakam. High off the window, missed it. Rebound Nembhard with 8 seconds. Nembhard into the front court. Nembhard with 5. Nembhard turned over by Drew Holiday. Holiday's got it, who's fouled with 1.1 seconds to go. The Celtics defense answering time and again in this fourth quarter.
Jason Tatum used maybe a little too much clock out near half court. He drove, made a good drive, could not finish. Indiana did come up with the stop, but then Drew Holiday reached in with his left hand.
We'll review this play for a potential clear path foul.
That's a good play. I'm watching the replay. I think Drew Holiday made a good steal right there. Rick Carlisle had obviously told his team, if we get the rebound and have the opportunity to go, let's go.
Yep, both teams had a timeout. The Pacers shoot it, and Nembhard was trying to get them into their offense, and Drew Holiday, the man who gave the Celtics the lead with 38 seconds to go on an and one, gets a steal with about 8 seconds into the ballgame as we check now on a clear path with the Celtics leading 112 to 111 and 1.1 seconds left here in regulation.
I thought he had the ball. Clear path is, for our listeners, the foul's got to occur. Ball changed hands right here in the front court. Drew Holiday got it. Looked like he had a breakaway. When Pascal Siakam fouled him, there were no other defenders between Drew and the basket. So they can call it a clear path. If Pascal had been able to get a hand on the ball,
correct,
it wouldn't have been the foul. I'm afraid, afraid if you're a Pacer fan, they're going to come with a clear path on this.
If Siakam's a little closer to the hip of Holiday, then he gets his hand on that ball. But Holiday was taking a really nice route, And Siakam had to just reach in there and got a piece of the body. So a long review here with 1.1 seconds on the clock and the Celtics bidding for a 3-0 series lead. The Pacers with a gutty effort here tonight without Tyrese Halliburton had two 18-point leads in the ball game and a 9-point lead going to the fourth quarter. Celtics continually were attacking that lead and then finally took the lead with 38 seconds to go. And now a Drew Holiday steal and a potential clear pass would put him at the line as they continue to review it. Mark Davis with the headset on and James Williams assisting him, the referee in Secaucus at the replay center.
Mark will give us the explanation. It was very close to crossing the foul line. Usually you don't see it right there. Usually you see a clear path, in the back court or as you're approaching half court. This was all the way to the other foul line. They're replaying it again. Drew Holiday did a good thing. He took a wide berth and made it really difficult for Pascal Siakam to foul him. Here comes Mark Davis with the explanation.
We'll tell you why this is key in a moment if it is clear path.
Upon review, it has been determined that it is a common foul as Drew Holiday makes a move to avoid the contact, disrupting his direct path to the basket.
So because it's
a penalty, 2 shots, the ball will be on the side. We'll play off the second shot, and we'll reset the game clock to 1.7, please.
Had it been clear path, you get a free throw in possession, inbound, and 2 free throws ends it. Here, 2 free throws makes it 3, and you still have your timeout left.
Because you said common foul because they're in the bonus. Drew Holiday's going to get 2. Kesty, this is one of those interesting situations where you sometimes wonder, do you make the first and miss the second? And the time it takes to secure the rebound is not enough. But Indiana has a timeout.
First free throw, Holiday. Front rim, backboard, and in. 2-point game.
I was always more conservative. I would say put it in the basket. We can't lose
if we're up 3.
Yep.
Holiday did look back at the bench, then looked up at the clock. Let's see what he does with 1.7 seconds to go. Holiday shoots the free throw and connects. 3-point game. Timeout, Rick Carlisle. He could advance the ball. And now can Indiana do what Boston did to them in Game 1 when Jaylen Brown hit the tying 3?
Yeah. Or can Joe Mazzulla do what Indiana did not do and foul on the inbounds pass? Don't allow him to shoot a 3.
This is well within your 5 seconds.
Oh, without question.
Yes.
But the key right now is you have to foul on the catch. If you don't foul as he catches the ball and he starts his upward motion, you're going to put him on the line if he's outside the line potentially for 3. What Indiana did not do, not just they didn't foul, they didn't switch. If you remember, Jaylen Brown did a little curl where he went around the defender, almost made a 360, and because of that, the defender was behind him. Had they just switched it, the defender would have been in position to foul on the catch.
Well, I remember we had a mini dagger call when Indy led by 8 with 2.5 minutes to go. 13-2 run Boston since to take the lead, 114-111. Indiana collapsing down the stretch, and Boston making all the big plays. Can they make one more to take a stranglehold in this Eastern Conference Finals? Or can Indiana force overtime? Will they be allowed to attempt to force overtime? Nimhard's going to advance the ball, but the 4 Pacers right now are all in the backcourt. So they're all going to sprint.
Yep.
Be a football play here?
Yeah, it's going to be like when you put everybody out of bounds. It's like a diamond set. Pascal Siakam's on the free throw line. Miles Turner above the key in the backcourt. They're all going to run into the front court. See who's going to end up with it.
Can Indiana tie it? 1.7 to go.
I'm looking for Miles Turner. He's big. He'll be able to catch a pass, and he's a very reliable 3-point shooter.
Nimhard looking, still looking. Gets it into Neesmith. Fall away 3 for the tie off the rim. No good. It's over. The Celtics come back down 18. What a flourish in the fourth quarter as the Celtics take a 3-0 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals. 114-111. Boston the win over Indiana.
Andrew Nimhard got a very good look. The play was well designed. He went from the backcourt near the hash mark on the left side all the way towards the right corner. Maybe I should say Aaron Neesmith, excuse me. And that's a good look, Testy. He ran into the screen. He's falling out of bounds. Drew Holiday switched over onto him. Neesmith was unable to convert. Pretty good look right there, but he was fading away a little bit.
Al Horford was terrific here in Game 3, and he's standing by with George Sedano.
Thank you, guys. Al, this is the 5th largest playoff comeback in the last 25 years for the Celtics. How did you do it?
Just staying poised, staying with it. We continue to fight and understand that we're going to have a chance at the end of the game, and guys made plays.
When you guys were trailing by as much as 18, you were very vocal in that huddle over there. What was your message at that time?
For us to stay poised, to stay together, continue to play hard, and we knew if we kept fighting, we were going to have a chance at the end.
Defensively is really where you guys were able to get yourself back into it. What kind of effort did it take from that perspective?
No question, that flipped. Once we started doing that in the third, fourth, that was the effort that we needed. Guys going for loose balls, guys making it tough for them, and that was the difference for us.
And not so bad for you. 7 3-pointers, a playoff career high for yourself. What was it like out there to get those shots and knock them down?
Yeah, just continuing to stay, a space for my teammates, and they did a great job of finding me. Jason kept finding me time and time again, and I just, knocked them down.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right, George, thanks a lot. And Al Horford with a playoff career high of 3-pointers in the ball game, ends up with 7 of them. And the Boston Celtics take that NBA playoff series lead that nobody's ever come back from. Now, we must say, we have to point out, last year, Miami had a 3-0 lead on the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. Boston was able to force a game number 7, but PJ, it has the feeling of a game where you're Indiana, you're without your superstar, you do everything right for about 3 quarters, you're hanging on. Maybe a dispiriting loss. I don't want to hang that on Indiana because they played so hard here tonight. We don't know if Halliburton can come back for Game 4 or if he's done or whatever, but a soul-crushing loss when you go down 3 games tonight.
Absolutely, and not the first. The second one already in this series where Indiana did everything but put that final nail in the Celtic coffin. They let them off the deck twice. All credit to the Boston Celtics, Kesty. They shot 58% in the fourth quarter. They made 4 of their 9 threes at the end after they missed a bunch in a row. When they needed the big ones, they made them. They got to the free throw line, which we're used to seeing. 7 for 8 Boston in that fourth quarter. And only 2 turnovers by the Pacers. They took care of the ball, but they didn't shoot it well, Kester. 8 for 21 in the fourth quarter.
Indiana gave it everything they had. They had kind of settled when they were able to take that 8-point lead with 2.5 minutes to go. But Boston made the plays down the stretch. Drew Holiday, who was game-time decision, feeling a little illness, came up with 2 of the biggest plays in the final minute of the game, a 3-point play, and then, of course, had the steal in the final seconds there before he went to the free throw line, and Indiana had one more chance. And just a terrific job by the Celtics, who snapped the Pacers' home winning streak. They haven't lost in this building since the middle of March.
11 straight. I think it was March 18th to Cleveland. They haven't lost since then. Incredible. 11 straight home wins, regular season, and playoff goes down the drain. How about Kesty for the 5th time this postseason, despite shooting 50% or better, the Indiana Pacers come up on the short end. You look again, Boston shot 47%, Indiana 50.5, but 5 for 22, Kesty, from the 3-point line. They finally got some to go down, but it was too late. 2 for 5 from the 3-point line in the fourth quarter for the Indiana Pacers. T.J. McConnell was magnificent. He was 3 for 5 in the fourth. Nembhard was 3 for 7. 2 big guns struggled a little bit. Pascal Siakam, 1 for 3. Miles Turner, 1 for 4 in the fourth quarter when the game was on the line.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a really rough loss for the Pacers to blow an 18-point lead. But again, to swing it over to the Celtics, who've now won. That is their 75th win of this season, regular season and postseason. They have so many weapons. They're so strong with that starting 5. Their defense, as you point out, when they get that starting 5 in, they all can switch. They all can defend you. And that's been the power of this Celtics team all season long.
When you think of the second half and what got the Celtics back in it, you think of block shots and you think of a couple of critical steals.
And
there were a
offensive
couple
rebounds,
plays that could have been either way. I didn't know whether to call it a block shot or a steal, but where a Pacer was going up and the ball got knocked away. So the defense came home for the Boston Celtics in the second half.
Remember the Celtics lost those 2-game twos? Round 1 against Miami, round 2 against Cleveland. Since that loss to Cleveland in game 2, the Celtics have now won 6 consecutive games. They've won 5 straight road playoff games in a single postseason for the first time in franchise history. And on Monday night, the Celtics have a chance to get 9 days off. If they could finish a sweep of the Pacers, they would have 9 days, 10 total, until the start of the NBA Finals on June the 6th. But I heard similar refrains a year ago when Miami was up 3-0. I know it's not apples to apples, but it is 3-0, which no team has ever come back from.
Exactly what Rick Carlisle told us. This team doesn't care what's happened in the past. They look ahead. They believe in each other. And, boy, did they put forth an incredible effort. Very few people thought they even had a chance, much less to have the ball at the end of the game with an opportunity to win. But that 2 for 14 in the second half really, really hurt. The Celtics held the Pacers to 38% shooting in the second half. They also forced 6 turnovers that led to 9 points.
Indiana was crushing them in the paint. Boston tightened up the defense in the paint, and that was part of this story as well. They just could not get easy scoring like they did in the first 2 quarters of the game. And so now we will talk to you again on Monday night for a Game 4 with the Celtics now up 3-0 on the Indiana Pacers. What a comeback and what start to the conference finals for the first 5 games. Have been terrific so far, as Boston 114, Indiana 111 is the final in Game 3. Celtics now up 3-0. Now for PJ Carlissimo, George Sedano, our producer John Medani, our engineer Al Rosenberg, I'm Mark Kestisher. That's going to do it from Indy as we send it to Kevin Winter in the studio with the postgame show.
Gentlemen, great job tonight. Stay dry tomorrow. And to keep adding to the notes that you brought up, think about this. The Indiana Pacers scored 69 points in that opening half. Your third quarter box, 24-21, favor of the Celtics. Your fourth quarter score, 33-21, in favor of the Celtics. 42 points the Indiana Pacers scored in the second half. Boston gets the 3-point win. Up next on the NBA Tonight postgame show, we'll give you the highlights, let you hear from Rick Carlisle, also let you hear from Jason Tatum, let you hear from Joe Mazzulla. Celtics with a 114-111 victory over the Indiana Pacers. They now have the commanding 3-0 series lead. Highlights, post-game analysis, and reactions all coming up next. This is the NBA Playoffs on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
This Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union wants to celebrate our members who go above and beyond every single day. That's why we thought you might want to hear some special thank you messages from your friends and family.
I want to give a shout out to my brother AZ1 Archie Castillo.
Hi, I want to give a shout out to my friend Colin, who's currently serving in the Army. Thanks for all you do. Happy Military Appreciation Month.
And from all of us here, Happy Military Appreciation Month. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
People are going to want to see you fall when you get to the top.
3 stars, 1 season, changing history.
Cardoso for 3! To plan these environments, this is what we work for. We fought so hard all season long.
You could not have scripted a better ending to this magical women's college season.
Kiki Rice, Camila Cardoso, and Caitlin Clark. ESPN Plus Original presents Full Court Press, presented by State Farm. Stream now on ESPN Plus.
Whether it's baseball season, basketball playoffs, or hockey playoffs, experience it live this spring with Vivid Seats. With one of the most reliable rewards programs in the business, Vivid Seats makes it easy to score great deals on great seats with a 100% buyer guarantee. Plus, with Vivid Seats rewards, you can earn with every ticket purchase, including surprise seat upgrades, birthday discounts, free tickets, and more. Just visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Kevin Winter with you inside our Granger studio. What a game in Indianapolis tonight. What an absolute game. Thriller. Story coming in, no Tyrese Halliburton for the Indiana Pacers. In fact, they may not have him for the remainder of the season. Boston gets the victory. Before we give you our game flow, let's head back to Indianapolis. Cambridge Fieldhouse. Celtic head coach Joe Mazzulla has just stepped to the podium.
Drew was in rough shape today, pretty sick, late decision. How did you manage him throughout the night? Just what did you think of the way that he was able to step up at the very end and make the big plays?
We had him at 38 minutes, which is probably less, but I didn't really manage him that much. I kind of trust him. He's always ready to play. I knew he was going to play just because I have faith and trust in him, and I thought he just played a really good game. That's a trademark steal that he always gets with the inside hand. He gets that a lot usually when the guy's coming down the sideline, but he got it in transition. So I've been looking forward to a couple of those. He hasn't gotten as many as I would like him to have gotten this year. But he made a big time play.
Joe, what did you see in that execution down the stretch as opposed to earlier in the game where you couldn't cut into the lead
I never thought we couldn't cut in the lead because of our offense. I thought we couldn't cut in the lead because of our defense. And so I liked our execution throughout the game. Our shot quality at halftime was like 1.22. Their shot quality was like 1.12, but we just couldn't get a stop in the way that we needed to. We couldn't. It took us a little while to figure out what they were, took us a little while to figure out how we were going to match up with them in order to slow them down and put us in the best position. Without Halliburton, they went to some of the different stuff and they had a lot of speed. So I never felt like it was our offense. I felt like it was our defense, and I thought we took it to another level in the second half.
And so down the stretch, did you see it as more defensive fueled? Or?
Down the stretch, I thought we executed defensively and offensively. We made the right play at the rim, extra pass, good screening. I thought there's a high-level execution on both ends of the floor, especially in the fourth quarter. But the thing I liked the most was just, we talk about all the time, like it takes what it takes, and every game's going to be different. And I felt like in the first half it kind of caught us by surprise that we were down by that much. When I was like, I kind of told them, like, fellas, it's going to happen. Like, might not be the last time we're down by double digits. So I liked the way we handled that, and it was just a test of mindset and toughness, and I thought the guys came through big time.
Joe, just to follow that up, what did you see down the stretch particularly about your execution and about that mindset that pleased you the most?
Once we embraced the fact that we were down double digits on the road in Game 3 against Indiana, I thought it was pretty fun. And so I loved just the approach that we took. I loved the mindset that we had. I thought we executed well on both ends of the floor. We made the plays that were necessary to win. And that's how games are going to go. So you have to be able to win in different ways. You have to be able to get through certain stuff. And I thought our guys did a great job getting through it.
Sure, the behind-the-back pass for the game winner to Al or the go-ahead is going to get all the attention, but throughout the game, that pick and pop, it seems like Jason's so comfortable holding and finding him. Have you seen them developing that throughout the last couple of years? Are there things in practice, or is that just like rep and rep after a game that kind of develops that chemistry?
That should get, there's a lot of plays that should get of attention from multiple guys, but just our offensive execution in general was good, and our pick and roll execution was good. I thought guys made the right play at certain times, whether to drive it, whether to pass it, one mores. And so I thought even when we had some empty possessions where, we got a couple shot clock violations, I thought we were playing with the right intentions, looking to make the right play, and that's the most important thing.
All right, so there's Joe Mazzulla, the head coach of the Boston Celtics. Kevin Winter with you here in the NBA's Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio. Our game flow for Game 3 is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.com. As soon as Rick Carlisle, the head coach of the Pacers, comes to the podium back at Cambridge Fieldhouse, we will take you there because his Indiana Pacers, without Tyrese Halliburton tonight, had, past tense, an 18-point lead. They were spectacular. 18-point lead in both the second and third quarters.
McConnell to Nimhard, deep against two Celtics, puts it off the window and in. And a timeout called by Joe Mazzulla. Indiana by 8. Bounce ahead to McConnell. Further ahead, Toppin. He'll lift from 15. And he'll connect. Indiana putting on a shooting clinic here in Game 3 without their all-star Halliburton. They've got an 11-point lead on Boston. 5:08 to go in the second. And to shoot, now Nimhard's turn. Hops back beyond the arc, gives it to McConnell. He's sizing up Brown, drives the baseline. 2 to shoot. McConnell looking at the clock now, ducks under. Just got it off and got it in. Like with a tenth of a second to go.
The Indiana Pacers scored 38 points in the second quarter. They went to the half leading by 12, 69-57. And Indiana was shooting 64% from the floor. In the third quarter, they maintained and regained that 18-point lead at one point.
Nimhard against Tatum. Out on the three-point arc. Stops the dribble. Passes Siakam. 5 to shoot. Left post. Good spin on White. And one for Pascal Siakam. Derek White with his third personal of Game 3. Connell at the top. Guarded by Tatum. Stops the dribble. Looks for Siakam. Bounces it to him. Now finds Toppin on the cut. Got behind the defense and throws it down.
There's no question the paint has been better for the Pacers than the three-point line.
The Indiana Pacers getting 68 points in the paint on the night. If you want to put in perspective, at the half, the Pacers had 42 points in the paint out of the 69 they scored. Their lead was whittled down to 7, but a Doug McDermott chip in to end the third quarter made it 90-81. We go to the fourth.
Holiday turns it over. Shepard shot it, spins in the front court, finds Turner. Celtics got back. Turner now leans in, got the whistle and one. Miles Turner had nowhere to go. He ducked in, leaned in, got the contact, and was able to finish it off.
And he hits the free throw on the completing the three-point play. And the Indiana Pacers, as their lead was dwindling, it was a 5-point lead there. The Miles Turner and one makes it 93-85. But the Celtics wouldn't go away.
Boston trying to creep closer, down 6. Horford on the perimeter for 3. Cans it! The lead is split to 3. Al Horford, 6th triple of Game 3. And Boston's right back in it. Timeout, Indiana.
93-90. Al Horford, a career night. 7 3-point field goals made. That wasn't even the biggest. He had 23 points. But the Pacers wouldn't quit. 93-90. Indiana went on a little mini spurt.
McConnell fires one cross court to Nimhard, who drives one reverse layup, and the wraparound is good. Only his second make of the second half. Nimhard with 25. Up on 6 minutes to go here in Game 3. Here's McConnell, great explosion, floats it up, in and out, no offensive for Siakam, and he sticks it in. And Mazzulla is going to call for time. Boston calls for time as Indiana settles out of the last timeout. Their lead is 7 with 6 minutes to go.
99-92 there. Still, Pacers have the lead. Boston trying to chip away.
And we shoot. 3:10 to go. Nimhard drives. Kicks to McConnell. Wide open right corner. Takes the 3 and buries the 3 with 3 minutes to go in Game 3.
Huge shot. It's early. That's an early dagger right there.
107-99. Boston gets to within 8 again. 109-101. But ever since then, that's when the Celtics made their closing kick. Jason Tatum would have a 3. Jason Tatum would have a beautiful behind-the-back pass that you're going to see on SportsCenter all night long to Al Horford in the corner. Horford hits a 3. 111-109. Still not done.
47 seconds to go. Celtics down 2. Tatum with it. Slows it up. Passes to Holiday. From the right. Into the lane. Puts it up. Got the whistle. Ties the game. He can untie it with a 3-point play with 38 seconds to go.
That followed a Pascal Siakam miss at the rim. Holiday's free throw is good. It's a 1-point game. 112-111. Pacer ball.
Tatum has it near half court with 5. Tatum drives, middle of the lane, attacks Siakam, high up the window, missed it. Rebound Nembhard with 8 seconds. Nembhard into the front court. Nembhard with 5. Nembhard turned over by Drew Holiday. Holiday's got it, who's fouled with 1.1 seconds to go. The Celtics defense answering time and again in this fourth quarter.
All right, getting it done. Play of the game brought to you by Grainger. With supplies and solutions for every industry, Grainger has the right product for you. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. They would look at that play to see if it was a clear pass foul, but the referee, crew chief Mark Davis, determined that Drew Holiday made an attempt to get to the lane and avoid the defender, so no clear pass foul. 2 free throws. Drew Holiday hits them both. Indiana had 1 timeout. Rick Carlisle would call it.
Nembhard looking, still looking, gets it into Neesmith. Fall away 3 for the tie off the rim. No good. It's over. The Celtics come back down 18. What a flourish in the fourth quarter as the Celtics take a 3-0 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals.
For the second night in a row here in the conference finals, we had a road team rally from down 18 and get a victory. Last night it was Dallas. They won game 2 in Minneapolis. Tonight it was Boston. They win 114-111. That's your final. And on Monday night, the Celtics will go for the sweep of the Indiana Pacers and a trip back to the NBA Finals. Up next on the NBA Tonight postgame show, we'll let you hear from Jason Tatum, who is 2 assists shy of a triple-double, and hopefully we'll hear from Pacer head coach Rick Carlisle. That's all coming up next. This is the NBA Playoffs on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Progressive knows when you own a boat, life on land is a tough sell.
Come on down to Land, where you can do things like clean your gutters, pay tolls, and even get the wrong thing you ordered. We got it all. Potholes, people talking at the movies, and don't forget about flat tires when it's raining. It's Land.
Life on a boat is way more relaxing, so customize your coverage with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. And relax, knowing you got the coverage you need. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, #1 rating based on 2022 boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
Get the champagne ready. The NBA Finals are here.
Welcome to the NBA Finals.
Let's raise our glasses and our rings to the 2 phenomenal teams left standing. Here's to high-stakes action, to thrilling moments we can't miss. And to crowning our next champion. Here's a toast to the NBA Finals. The 2024 NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV, begin Thursday, June 6th on ABC.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Nothing but net. Good shot. Man, I miss playing basketball. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text BACK to 231-231 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text BACK to 231-231. That's BACK to 231-231.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is the Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Kevin White, with you inside our Grainger studio.
47 seconds to go. Celtics down 2. Tatum with it. Slows it up. Passes to Holiday. From the right. Into the lane. Puts it up. Got the whistle. Ties the game. He can untie it with a 3-point play with 38 seconds to go. Tatum has it near half court with 5. Tatum drives. Middle of the lane. Attacks Siakam. High up the window. Missed it. Rebound Nembhard with 8 seconds. Nembhard into the front court. Nembhard with 5. Nembhard turned over by Drew Holiday. Holiday's got it, who's fouled with 1.1 seconds to go. The Celtics defense answering time and again in this fourth quarter. Nembhard looking, still looking. Gets it into Neesmith. Fall away 3 for the tie off the rim. No good. It's over. The Celtics come back down 18. What a flourish in the fourth quarter as the Celtics take a 3-0 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Boston outscores the Indiana Pacers 57-42 in the second half. The Celtics outscore the Pacers by 12 in the fourth quarter, 33-21. Jason Tatum had 15 in the opening quarter, 36 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists in the victory as Boston moves one win away from a return trip to the NBA Finals. Jason Tatum with Lisa Salters.
Jason, you made that defensive stand on that last play, but it was Drew's steal that really kind of sealed the game. Just what were you thinking when you saw it in real time?
Man, I'm glad we got him. Drew's a hell of a competitor. Obviously, he's won a championship. And, he was feeling sick this morning, right? He wasn't even able to come to shoot around. So for him to come out here and put it all on the line for us and come up with a big play to win the game, we got a hell of a team.
You guys were down 18 in the third quarter. Just how were you able to turn things around?
No lead is safe in the NBA no more. It's a lot of time left in the game. And you got to believe, right? We always believe we got a chance to win a game. And it's not going to come back in one shot, one possession. We got to keep fighting.
Describe the impact that Al Horford had with his 7.
He was big time for us. Whatever he does, whether it's just his leadership, his presence, hitting shots, protecting the rim, he's the guy that keeps it all together.
Commanding 3-0 lead now. How do you close this thing out on Monday?
Just knowing closeout games are the hardest. Been in quite a few of them in my career. And last year, right, we was down 0-3, and we forced the game 7, so just never relax. It's not over till it's over.
Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics with ESPN and ABC's Lisa Salters. Your final score tonight, 114-111. Up next across the ESPN Radio Network is Game Night. They will hopefully have Rick Carlisle. He has still yet to come to the podium. Again, Rick Carlisle's team blows an 18-point lead tonight, and now they are in an 0-3 series hold. Game 4 in the series is on Monday as the Celtics go for the sweep. Coming up tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time at ESPN Radio, we're going to have coverage of Game 3 in the Western Conference Finals, where Dallas returns home with a 2-0 series lead on the Minnesota Timberwolves. The NBA on ESPN Radio. We are your exclusive home of the conference finals and the NBA Finals tonight in Indiana. What a game. Boston wins 114-111. I'm Kevin Winter. We'll talk to you tomorrow night for Game 3 in the West. Game Night across the network is next. We thank you for listening to the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 3 on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
If you have experience working with young people, there are many who need your experience. Become a youth development specialist where you'll supervise and support young people in detention. It's challenging and rewarding. It's a union job with a $51,000 starting salary. It's using your life experience to make a positive impact on the lives of young New Yorkers. NYC residency not required. Apply to become a youth development specialist today at nyc.gov/YDS.
I'm a New Yorker. I want to contribute to public safety.
I want a 6-figure salary.
I want to get paid after I retire.
I want to take my kids on vacation.
New York City Department of Correction Officer jobs are available now for strong, brave, bold New Yorkers with problem-solving and communication skills. Most earn more than $85,000 in their first year. Register today. Search the words City Exams on your phone, click, then scroll to Correction Officer.
Want to serve with a purpose? Take the test. Join, discover New York City Corrections. Take the test.
D'Agostino & Associates is the legacy firm that's there to help accident victims. I'm attorney Jenna D'Agostino, continuing the legacy my father, John D'Agostino, started 35 years ago when he built D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm, one client at a time.
I grew up on these New York and New Jersey streets. They shaped me. I'm attorney John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. I often tell the story of how my father lost his leg in a construction accident so people understand I've been there, and I'll be there for you. Call my team first, 888-24-LAW-24, 888-24-LAW-24.
Continuing the legacy means working closely with my father and our team. When you're injured, we know a big decision has to be made. Call our team first.
D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. Call my team first, 888-24-LAW-24, 888-24-LAW-24. D'Agostino Law Bite Back.
And you saw the Pacers. Really, I think you saw that flip
where the Pacers early in the game go, we have nothing to lose here, right? We have nothing to lose. And then you saw in that third quarter, you saw the Celtics start to play of going, all right, now we have nothing to lose. And then especially in that fourth quarter where they outscored them by 12 in the fourth quarter to get the win, you saw the Celtics start to play like they had nothing to lose, and they were able to beat them out.
Right, and you saw for football fans out there the equivalent of what happens when football teams with 2 or 3 minutes to go start playing either prevent defense or start looking at the clock and then watching the medal win. I felt that's what the Pacers did. Stay on the attack. Do smart things. Don't panic, because at some point they obviously believed, and then they started not believing that they belonged in that moment. And again, someone should do some type of psychological research on what happens with certain players in these moments to why you collapse. I think it's simply this. I call it want it too bad.
Yeah.
And I know when people hear, they're like, what the hell you mean want it too bad? Aren't you supposed to always want it? Yes, you are. But there's this thing called want it too bad. And what that entails, Matt, and you've heard me say this on many occasions, is that you are pressing so hard or you're trying to do too much you end up doing exactly that, too much. Please explain to me how they could not have played the way they played for the second period for the majority of the rest of the game, and all of a sudden with 2 minutes to go they fall apart. It got to that moment where it got real, and when it got real, they became fake, and the Celtics, to their credit, became true, because what Holiday did, what Horford did, what Tatum did, and even Brown, what he did, and I'm saying that no disrespect, the man with the cow, so I have nothing but love for him. They found a way to get the job done, while the Pacers simply fell apart, Matt. It's really that simple. Fell apart.
They did. And speaking of that, part of that was their head coach. Let's head right out live. Rick Carlisle at the podium. Here's the Pacers head coach. His team down 3-0.
Then calling timeout and having them set their defense and, run, our end of games on their video and show their players. It's just it's more of a play basketball type situation, and we've done well this year, trusting our players.
Or even before just the game that he had, just sort of what did you think about his overall performance tonight?
Courageous. Our guys played a courageous game. They did. Tim Hard was great. Pascal was great. Turner was great. McConnell, what can you say about him? Our bench guys fought. And so, we came up a little short tonight, but we will be back on Monday, and we will be punching even harder.
The shot didn't fall, but your last play, where the guys lined up like wide receivers and ran down the floor, where did you find that one, and how long have you had it, and just how did you think it worked tonight?
I mean, we've had it for a while, it was just to hand you our playbook. Is that what you want? It was a good look. It's a play that was conceived by Mike Weiner, who came up with it, and we've used it a couple times over the last couple of years and gotten looks on it. And so same situation happens next game. We'll have something a little bit different, and hope we get the same kind of look.
Rick, no one in NBA history has come back from down 3-0. Why, in your view, is this group equipped to do it?
We got to look at what's in front of us. We got the best fans in the NBA here. We got the greatest basketball building on the planet, and we got another game in front of them to go after these guys. And believe me when I tell you, we are going after them.
There it is, Rick Carlisle. Game night right here, ESPN Radio, ESPN App, Sirius XM Channel 80. I'm Matt Fontana. He is Gerard Sherry, the cliches. So we're going to come after him, and we got the best fans, and we got all this kind of stuff. And I'm sorry, Rick Carlisle, you're down 3-0. I mean, I get it.
What the fans got to do with this? I mean, please come out and show some support. But here's the thing for me, Matt.
Yeah.
And I know in Cleveland there's a field house, but I'm not a fan of the name field house.
Field house? You don't like
it? I can't take a field house serious at all. Why not be just an arena? Why does it have to be field house? So what the hell is a field house?
So here, I'm glad you asked that question. And I know that this has nothing to do with it probably. in my mind, because I've been to Indianapolis and I've seen their field house, I think a field house should be you can see the court from the street. You should be able to do that. So it's funny, you and I are in Cleveland. They renamed the arena a field house, and I don't like it because you can't see the arena from the street. That probably has nothing to do with what a field house is. I assume it's just more glass, right?
Right. Well, I don't like it for other antiquated reasons.
Sure.
But other than that,
I agree.
But the other part is just, again, it just sounds, where's the farm animals at? Field house.
I'm Googling it right now. What makes an arena a field
house?
There's got to be some.
Well, while you looked it up, he said some interesting things.
Sure.
As far as like guys playing out of their mind, and they certainly did. So you'll give credit where it's due. But I must say this about the Boston Celtics: they are great for ratings because they keep teams in it. And then at the last minute, what do? They take all your hope and your dreams away, thinking that you're going to win this basketball game. I must say, some people probably saying they should put these teams away and out of their misery, like the Heat, like the Cavaliers, and now the Pacers. But I am impressed by what they do with those last 2 minutes when they find a way to do what? Show up and show out. So, Celtics fans, you should be impressed by what you're seeing. But I would still like to see a situation in which both Brown and Tatum eat on the same night. I haven't seen that yet.
No, and that's scary. I think the Celtics, when you look at it and you say, hey, we've not even been and I agree, they came back tonight, they played well, they got some really good contributions, but I don't think they've hit their stride yet. So Fieldhouse definition is a large building, often part of a college, that provides a space for a variety of athletic facilities such as basketball, squash, a running track, a pool, exercise. So I think it's one of those things that's like multi-purpose. Now,
that's some George Mikan type stuff.
So then I saw this on another one. Somebody asked the difference between a field house and a gym. Somebody said absolutely nothing. Field house is just the Midwest term for it. So that would make sense, obviously, in Indiana of why they go field house in Cleveland in their Midwest own right there with the field house. There it goes. ESPN Radio presented by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive, they're making things even easier. We'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you can save on both. Learn more at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. Got plenty coming up. Reaction from Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Celtics storm back to take down the Pacers 114-111. We got more to break down. We got to dive into the game, and we will hear from some of the stars of the game. That's next. This is Game Night, ESPN Radio, ESPN app, and Sirius XM, Channel 80.
The Western Conference Finals on ESPN Radio.
Look at three for the lead. He got it.
Up 2 games to none, the Mavs look to make it 3 straight. How will the Wolves respond in a critical Game 3 in Dallas? Coverage begins tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern with tip-off at 8 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on Sirius XM Channel 80. Presented by Indeed.
It's golf season. Beautiful days, beautiful views. Reminds me of Rock Spring Golf Club. Have you heard of it? It's New Jersey's premier daily fee golf club. Golf Week calls it one of the best courses you can play in New Jersey. Rock Springs' 6,600-yard par 71 course sits on rolling tree-lined sites featuring many of the trademark design elements and truly unique and creative green complexes from the legendary architect Seth Rayner. No matter what your level of play is, your handicap, it's a fantastic public course. Visit them at rockspringgolf.com. Have a look around. You can reserve a tee time on the site as well. They've got junior and adult golf instruction, golf leagues, and so much more. If you love golf, you're going to love Rock Spring Golf Club. Find them at rockspringgolf.com. It's that time of year. Rock Spring Golf Club. Easy to find, a great place to play. rockspringgolfclub.com. Again, that's rockspringgolf.com. Come and play.
Friends, don't let your neck, back, joint, or nerve pain slow you down from doing all the things that you love. It's time for you to reclaim your active lifestyle. And say, Bart, how do I do that? I'll tell you how. Call our friend Dr. Jay Shaw today at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is a double board certified Ivy League trained pain and spine specialist who treats joint, neck, back, sciatica, and nerve pain. Procedures involve no cuts, no scars, no incisions, or downtime. Call Dr. Jay Shaw and take a non-surgical approach with precise image-guided procedures without any pain medication. Enjoy a pain-free life. Same-day or next-day appointments are available. Go to SoundWellPain.com and put an end to your pain and suffering today. Why wait any longer? Make your appointment with Dr. Jay Shah. Go to SoundWellPain.com now and regain your active lifestyle and enjoy all your favorite activities pain-free. Soundwell Pain now has 3 convenient locations in Woodbridge, Livingston, and a brand-new office in Inglewood to serve Bergen County. Visit SoundwellPain.com. You wish you met Dr. Jay Shah a lot sooner. Most major insurances are accepted.
Get more in the new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. More selection, over 750 new vehicles available, and more savings on their entire Mazda lineup. Lease the all-new 2024 Mazda CX-90 PHEV Preferred for just $319 a month at Ramsey Mazda. Route 17 North in Ramsey. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 888-885-2970 for lease details. Excludes tax, title, and registration. Zero security deposit. VIN R1157453. MSRP $51,915 and $531.24.
The NBA app is everyone's app. Every fan of every team.
Oh, my goodness.
Everyone who follows LeBron, Tatum, and Embiid in the app. Every warrior who's ready to go to battle over three-point percentages. Every streetwear king who's here for the tunnel fit. Every young buck, nugget, and grizzly who wants to take a peek behind the scenes of the league. And everyone else on this floating basketball we call Earth. Download the NBA app today. Available in the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
We're not saying it. You are.
Just found the ESPN app like 2 weeks ago. Changed my life. I listen to you guys literally every day.
That's awesome.
The ESPN New York app is where it's at. Live shows, exclusive podcasts, and one-tap entertainment. Download it today.
Tatum has it near half court with 5. Tatum drives, middle of the lane, attacks Siakam. High up the window, missed it. Rebound Nembhard with 8 seconds. Nembhard into the front court. Nembhard with 5. Nembhard turned over by Drew Holiday. Holiday's got it. Who's fouled with 1.1 seconds to go. The Celtics defense answering time and again in this fourth quarter.
Felt like a dagger tonight for the Pacers. Boston, 114-111. That's how it sounded right here on ESPN Radio in Boston, taking that commanding 3-0 lead. Welcome back. Game night right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN app, and SiriusXM Channel 80, presented by Progressive Insurance. He is Gerard Cherry. I am Matt Fontana. And the Celtics, 36 from Jason Tatum, 24 from Jaylen Brown, another 23 from the ageless Al Horford on 7 of 12 from beyond the arc from Al Horford. All their starters scoring in double digits. I guess you want to be critical, Gerard. Not much bench production for the Celtics. They only had 4 bench points, but it was the starters that got it done. For the Pacers, just kind of missing a big opportunity here where I thought Pascal Siakam had a fantastic first half. You got good production from Miles Turner, and you got 32 from Andrew Nembhard. You would say that kind of picked up the production that you would have without Tyrese Halliburton. I'm sure the Pacers felt like they would have got that win with Halliburton in there. He doesn't play with the hamstring injury. McConnell had 23 off the bench, but had to do it on 17 shots. I mean, Gerard, that's why I think this is even worse. It's not just you're down 3-0. I think that was your best shot from the Pacers, right, and you gave your best shot, and it still wasn't good enough.
Yeah, with all due respect, you can say that Andrew Nembhard copied Halliburton to perfection.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Scored a lot of points and then turned the ball over in critical situations.
That's a shot. Yeah, but you're not wrong. I mean,
and I'm not taking a shot at him because I was very impressed with how he played. He made some clutch plays, and he certainly made you not miss Halliburton, but at the same time, you cannot get your pocket picked like that by the wily veteran Drew Holiday at that moment in time. It just can't happen, Matt. So for the Pacers, what do you do? How do you regroup and come out punching on Monday? Because Lord knows the Celtics may, because they're prone to doing just this, take that night off and call it quits and do it all in Boston. I could totally see them doing that, but at the same time, if you are the Pacers right now, you have to be beyond sick to your stomach, realizing that once again, we blew a game we had no business losing.
No, and I think you bring a great point up about late in that game. You could see it from the Pacers. They missed having Halliburton to go to. And you could say, okay, you've had to play this whole game. You know he's not in there. But in those clutch moments, we know he would have been the one bringing the ball up the court. You know he would have been the one to maybe hit some shots. I think that was the biggest issue for Indiana. When it started slipping away, they had nothing to stop it. They had no shot to be made to be able to try to slow down what Boston was doing. And they let Celtics get back in the game, and once they did that, I mean, it was just off to the races. And I think Indiana was playing their brand of basketball early in that game, and then they just started to tighten up, and then they just didn't have somebody to be able to hit a shot, and the Celtics just kept chipping away. They kept believing in themselves.
Yeah, you said it right there. They started tightening up. And the thing, too, Matt, because in the first period, the Celtics came out on fire. Okay. They came out with the mentality. Zulu was telling them, we got to come out, guys. We're not going to be flat. We're not going to just let this team in. And they honored that. And then they stopped paying attention to his pregame speech. And then the Pacers obviously took over the game. But as you think about what, for example, T.J. McConnell did coming off the bench and how he played, you just had a multitude of guys for the Pacers doing what was necessary to make this game enjoyable to watch and entertaining at the same time. And, again, it ended with a heartbreaker, in my opinion. I don't know how you come back from this if you're the Pacers, but you have to tell yourself, give it one more go and not go out there and simply quit, because who wants to see that? But I must give props to the Celtics. They're finally starting to show more dominance and finding the ways to get